No, she's already talking shit. Get in here.
I can't hear where the crazy's coming from. This direction? Oh my God, you guys. It's us. We're back together again. You're so stupid.
Dude.
You have no idea how stupid you are.
No, you don't know.
No, I do.
No, sit down. Are those pills?
Those are Vicodin.
What?
I have a fever right now, just so you know. This is my Owl's Brew Chelsea Handler's Vodka Lemonade that's coming out with my book. I have 3 flavors, pink, yellow, and mint, non-sparkling, very healthy cocktail. I'm going to be drinking this while I'm here.
Do you want to just do full promo and I'll just sit back and relax?
Sure, that's why I'm here.
Wait, what is...
So I was supposed to, I'm in agony. I have a shoulder infection.
Okay.
And they wanted to have surgery today, and I have too much press, including you. I'm like, I can't blow off Alex. I don't even know who I'm talking to. Who am I talking to right now?
Look at me.
There's so many people here. Okay, hold on.
We're all just staring at you.
But my assistant put this in my car this morning, and I was like, what do you want me to do with that? He goes, I don't know, take it around with you. I go, take it around with me? He's new to town, so he doesn't know how things work.
I think it's
but
kind
I
of
thought it was really funny.
Oh, I think it's amazing.
So
just put it right there.
But I do have to take a Vicodin, and I thought, what better place? Because
do it right here.
So I'm doing my surgery. I got an injection to help my shoulder, a PRP injection. Whoever's listening, don't ever fucking do that. And I've had chills and sweats for the last 2 weeks since the injection. And my arm was excruciating, like my shoulder. I couldn't lift it. I can barely lift it now. And so I come back from Whistler and I go to the doctor and I was like, something's off. And they're like, let's give you an MRI. And they're like, oh, you have an infection. And I was like, okay. And they're like, do you feel like you're infected? And I said, well, I've been having hot and cold flashes for the last 2 weeks, but I just assumed that was like perimenopause or something. So I got estrogen, progesterone, and now I found out it's a fucking infection, and I'm probably not even in perimenopause.
Wait,
I probably am. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you're taking a Vicodin right now?
Absolutely.
I've never had one. What does it do?
You want one?
No.
You should have one, actually.
Should I?
Yeah. Totally.
To calm me down?
Probably.
Does it relax you?
It feels good. You know what I mean? It's like a nice buzz. Like, you'll see what happens to me.
Like halfway through this interview, it'll hit?
I cut it in half because it hits you faster if you do that. Just FYI for pills. I seem crazy right now.
No. This is good. You look gorge.
I know. Thank you. I loved your interview with Amy.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was a good time. And she brought her feet with no fucking nail polish, and she didn't wear socks with her shoes.
She dresses worse than you do. You know what I mean? She just does not give a shit. I just was with her in New Orleans. Amy will walk down the street in pajamas and go out. She does not care.
She doesn't care.
No,
but I kind of love that.
She did it. She did an episode with Oprah for something, and I'm pretty sure it was something like sweatpants and like a cardigan, and to do like some interview with Oprah somewhere. And I just thought, wow, look at you, girl.
Is that how you feel about what I wore when I interviewed the vice president? I wore a big fucking hoodie and everyone was giving me so much shit for it. Like, why didn't you dress up for that?
No, I think what your shtick is good. I
should keep it.
Yeah, keep it. Who cares who you're interviewing? She didn't win anyway, so obviously it didn't fucking matter. You know what I mean?
Okay,
loser.
We're not smoking today.
No, I don't think so.
We can't, but it will be there like in memory of what we've done in the past.
Yeah, well, I heard you on the Amy Schumer one say that you don't do drugs anymore. That was very disappointing.
No, I don't do hard drugs.
Okay.
I smoke weed.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a hard drug, is it?
No, weed is not a hard drug.
Exactly. So like I still dabble with this.
Okay.
Edibles, this, but I'm not like snorting a line today.
But don't say you dabble with marijuana.
No.
That sounds like you're 85 years old. Dabble with pot?
I do. I'm not hitting it like I used to. I used to have a bong in my apartment.
Yeah.
Now I've kind of cut back.
Well, I'm such a mess. I don't know what I'm doing.
So you're drinking alcohol.
I'm drinking alcohol. I am on a liquid diet today for my surgery tomorrow morning. I'm not joking. I'm getting surgery tomorrow morning. No, actually, I have an Owl's Brew photo shoot tomorrow. So I have to wait until that's done because everyone's flying out from New York. And then I'm getting my surgery at around 1 p.m. My photo shoot starts at 5 a.m. I love being successful. I love it.
Chelsea Handler, welcome back to Call Her Daddy.
How many times have I been here?
3. This is the 3rd.
I love it.
Do you know what's happening?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I never know what's happening with you. I just know that there's always a lot happening.
Oh no. So I'm moving, and this is like the original studio. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like we film in here all the time. But you're getting what I would consider like a nice moment because we're kind of like saying farewell to this space.
Oh, good. I love that.
That's
I love
why you're in
being
this
part of
chair.
that. I love that. Is this a lawn chair?
Yeah, this is like a lawn soccer mom chair.
Oh, right.
Because you don't
Okay.
get the nice high-end chairs that we used to have in here.
Because you got rid of those?
We got rid of those.
And you couldn't even rent 2 for the day because of what? Didn't you just make $100 million? I don't understand what is going on here.
I thought it would humble us.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be humbled. Okay. January has humbled all of us. Okay. The month
Period.
of January should be taken off the calendar. As they say in Spanish, enero finito.
Okay, we're gonna play a game to kick this off.
Oh, this is your new thing. I heard you do this with Amy. Okay, sure.
We're just because, like, you know, unlike you and Amy, like some people need to loosen up. You don't need to loosen up at all. Although I'm excited to see how this Vicodin hits.
Yeah, me too.
Like, what's gonna happen?
Maybe I'll take another one. Who knows? You know.
How fast does it hit? Like,
I mean, it'll make my pain subside. You know,
your arm will just start
Yeah, it'll start probably. Yeah,
doing its thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
restless arm syndrome.
I'm asking you if you want to keep this trend in 2024 or if you want to bring it into this year. Look-alike contests.
I don't want to keep any trend. Okay, you don't even have to finish these questions.
No, you're on a podcast. You have
okay.
to participate.
Look-alike. No, what is that again?
Timothy Chalamet, Jeremy Allen White. They've been doing like
Oh
look-alike.
yeah. I don't care about that. No. Those two do look alike, though. By the way, they're both little nuggets. You know what I mean?
Would you ever attend a Chelsea Handler look-alike contest?
I doubt that.
Would you be insulted?
No, I just don't care.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about clean girl aesthetic?
Clean girl aesthetic. Every time I come here, I feel like I'm talking to somebody in kindergarten. That's how fucking old. What is clean girl aesthetic?
You kind of are giving clean girl aesthetic right now.
Well, I'm a hot piece of ass. So if that's what that means, then great.
Clean girl is like minimal makeup.
Yes, I'm about that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I love that.
But are you a pick-me girl?
A pick me.
No.
Pick me? Like pick me? No. Despy? No.
So you know what pick-me is?
I think I can understand.
Yeah, desperado.
What it means. Yeah, desperado.
Appeal to the male gaze.
No. I don't need to appeal to the male gaze. They see me.
Is it true that when you shower?
You know what my favorite thing is
Did I point at you?
Listening to your podcast?
What?
Is the only time you can tell when you're laughing because it's the only time you're not talking. So when there's just right, what's happening now to the listeners when it's quiet because you have a very quiet laugh.
It's like a little undertone.
Yeah.
So should I shut the fuck up?
No, I love you. So you. Keep
I like
going.
you too.
What
We're
do
now like.
What do you mean? I like
No. Like I like.
You know how many fucking things I've done for you? Are you fucking kidding me? I flew to fucking Nashville for your ass. She asked me. That she would send me a plane to Nashville.
I did. You didn't take the offer,
bitch. You don't need to send me a fucking plane. Honestly, send me a plane.
But that's a good friend that you didn't even like want to take the offer. Some people would be like immediately jumping on that.
Yeah. Well, I've been on a lot of planes, so that's okay. Thank you, though. Thank you.
But thank you for showing up.
Yeah, I did show up.
And now look what we're doing. We've got your fucking poster with your head on it.
Yeah,
I've got your drinks.
I've got this. I've got my unwell. Here I am. Everyone.
We're here.
Here I am.
I hear that when you shower, you only clean your hot spots, your vag, your butt, and your armpits. Is that true?
This has become an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know why my legs would be dirty. They're covered up all day in my jeans. And they're not out. You know what I mean? My legs aren't going out without me. Yeah. And I'm pretty, like, I showered the day before also. And when I lather my hair with shampoo and conditioner, there is a lot of lather. Mm-hmm. And that drips down my body, cascades over my voluptuous breasts, onto my navel, and then down to my Pikachu. Oh. And my hot spots, which are, well, there's 4, you know what they are.
Yes.
As long as I get in there, I can take less than a 3-minute shower. And I often do. I should wash my hair, because that's like, not washing my hair doesn't feel clean. You know what I mean?
There's no point to a shower if you're not really washing your hair.
Then you're kind of like sweaty, gross all day. And so I get in, I wash my Pikachu, I wash my asshole, and I wash my underarms. And which has been hard lately because I can't lift my right shoulder. So getting under this armpit, I can actually smell it right now. It's not And I never smell.
You smell amazing and you look amazing. I'm going to be honest. I do the same thing.
You don't wash your legs?
I have no reason to wash my kneecaps. I have no reason to like get the back of the calf. Like I don't
get back of the calf. I mean, honestly, like I'm getting the back of the calf. What about shaving? Doesn't that count for something? Isn't that
That's
cleaning?
true. And that's like once a week.
But your legs are so skinny. I mean, you shouldn't be washing them. What are they collecting dirt? I mean, it's so stupid. But, I guess, I don't know. I thought for a while, I'm like, God, maybe I really don't know how to shower. Yeah. But then I'm like, things are going pretty great. So
fuck it.
Why am I going to rock the boat?
I think you should keep doing exactly what you're doing. This is your 7th book.
Yes.
What the fuck? I mean, congratulations. Seriously. But also, like, how do you still have so much to say?
I know. I know. Because I have a real life. That's why I have things to say. Because I keep it, I keep it real. And I have real experiences. And I have to, because if you are a creative person in any way and you forget to have a real life, then you have nothing to talk about. I do stand up and I write books and I need stories. So I have to travel the world and remain like,
It's a nice life.
It's a great life.
Why did you dedicate the book to flight attendants?
Because they've been through hell.
No.
You know that. I mean, maybe you don't because you've been flying privately for so long.
First of all, I do not fly that way often. I did that for you.
Oh.
I thought the way to lure you in, I was testing our friendship.
Oh.
And then I wanted you to be like, I'd take a bus for you.
Well, I wouldn't take a bus for anyone, let's be honest. But
you know what I mean?
I think flight attendants are some of the most unappreciated service people that we have. I think everyone in the what they went through COVID made me
horrible,
made me irate. I did go off on people on planes. I'm part of the crew. When I get on a plane, I become part of the crew. And I want to be one of them. They know that I'm on their team. I'm not with the passengers. I'm with the crew.
Yeah.
What I do on a plane ride is usually pop a Xanax and go to bed. I don't like to drink on planes. Yeah. I find drinking alone sad. Okay. And I definitely don't want to talk to anyone around me. So
I kind of like drinking on a plane.
A lot of people do.
I just feel like it doesn't count. I'm getting a little fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm looking around, but I don't like to talk to anyone. Like if you're on a plane, are you talking to the person next to you?
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I
have
hate
headphones.
those.
There are not large enough headphones out there to send the signal to people that I do not want to be approached. I don't. Because
you're doubling up on your headphones.
I have headphones that are literally the size of a small car, so that it's like I couldn't hear you if you had a megaphone. But I do fly all the time, and I fly commercially most of the time because I think that's the most responsible thing to do.
I agree.
I mean, I don't want to be somebody who's, that out of touch. I do fly privately once in a while, but I think flight attendants really deserve our respect. They are trapped in the sky with us, and they have been treated with vitriol by idiots. And so, yeah, I will always have a flight attendant's back.
That's also, though, how you know this is your 7th book, though. Like, because I feel like, who'd you dedicate the first one to?
Who knows?
No. But don't you think it goes like family, and then it goes friends, and now you're like, fuck number 7, flight attendants. Next time's going to be your mailman.
Mars the Trumps. I'm going to dedicate the next book to Ivanka. I mean, yeah, you're right. That's actually a really good point. I'm out of dedications. I already did the sappy ones to my family.
Next one goes to me. Okay, let's talk about traveling, because you travel all the time.
Yes.
What qualities do you need in a travel partner?
Oh, this is good.
I feel like you have very specific requirements because you like the vibes high.
So I have a cousin, my cousin Molly. She's like my person, one of my people that runs my life.
Okay.
And this year I was traveling to New Zealand and Australia, and she's my favorite travel buddy. We love to travel together. But she's anal retentive. She's a type A.
Okay.
And I'm a type Z. I am a type A from about 8 to 11 in the morning once I get my shit done. And it takes me about 3 hours to get my shit done, and that's it.
Okay.
And then I like to go off the rails. You know what I mean?
Love that for you.
So Molly, who has been, I've known her my whole life. Obviously, she's my cousin, and she's worked for me for many years, on and off. And I said, let's go to New Zealand and Australia. I was touring. I said, let's go together. And she's like, absolutely. She has a little 3-year-old. So she's like, I have to be as safe as possible. And I want to wear a face mask on the plane. And I need you to wear one too, so that I don't get my daughter sick. And I'm like, we're going to be gone for 3 weeks.
Right.
Fuck your daughter. Right. She's not going to be here. What are you talking about? COVID is over. I'm an anti-masker now. You know what I mean? Like, now that it's over, I don't give a shit. Like, stop it.
I'm not wearing that for like a 14-hour flight.
14-hour flight wearing a mask. And she's like, if you don't wear a mask, I'm not going to go with you. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll wear a mask, psycho. So we're on the plane and I take I have my face mask on and she's across from me, you know, in her little bed and we're like looking at each other. I get an orange juice and I love orange juice. Ooh. And I get an orange juice and I forget my mask is on. And I take a sip with it, and all the orange juice falls all over my shirt. And I'm wearing a white t-shirt. I have no extra clothes. Everything has been checked. I didn't think I was going to spill like a fucking baby. So, and I'm like, oh, God damn it, you know? So I get up and I go to the bathroom to start cleaning my shirt. And then I'm like, oh, let me go to the bathroom. So I sit down on the toilet and I pull my face mask down, somehow confusing that with my underwear. And end up urinating into my underwear. And I'm like,
are there drugs involved?
No, nothing has happened yet. Nothing has happened. This is like an hour into the flight. I haven't even taken my Xanax. And that's what those flights are for. It's like, I love getting on a plane ride that long in that little cubby hole, taking my Xanax.
Cozy.
Going to bed. Like, oh my, it's like a little apartment you have. You know what I mean? And they take such good care of you. They treat you like a baby. I love that. So so now I'm soaked in orange juice and urine, okay? And the flight, we have 14 hours left. So I come out of that fucking bathroom, I'm raging. I'm like, you are a fucking nightmare that you made me wear this face mask and now I'm soaked in my own urine and orange juice. So we land, okay? Somehow we land. We get to New Zealand. And you know they're very strict in New Zealand and Australia. They're very strict about customs, what you're bringing in. There's a whole list of things to check off.
Oh, I've never been.
Did you bring fruit? Did you bring vegetables? Do you have a gun? Did you bring, whatever that you're not supposed to bring into their country? Do you have a dog or whatever? And my cousin, there's the one says, did you bring it? Do you have any meats? And my cousin goes to check off meats. And I go, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she's like, I have a beef jerky in my backpack.
Oh my fucking God.
Beef jerky. I looked at her. I go, what? Rip that up and throw that. I have edibles, mushrooms, and a sheet of fucking acid on me. And you're declaring a Chomp's beef stick? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Get the fuck away from me.
What the fuck?
I'm covered in orange juice, urine, and have so many drugs on me. And you're sitting here talking about beef jerky.
I would have tackled her to the fucking ground.
I didn't talk to her for 3 days. We went to a winery when we landed. We went to a winery. And we didn't speak. We sat across from each other. We sat like six seats away because we're looking out into this beautiful valley. New Zealand is gorgeous. They have all these beautiful wineries. We're at this winery. We weren't even speaking. I was like, I hope you're having a good time on this trip that I invited you on free. I hope you're having a good time. Somebody who wants to declare beef jerky is not my friend.
I love, though, that I would be interested to see what the internet would say. Is like, but was the orange juice your fault?
It could have been my fault, Alex, but that's not the point. You know what I mean?
That wasn't the punchline.
This is the blame game. You know, I'm going to blame her, and I will continue to blame her for declaring beef jerky. First of all, even if I didn't have acid, mushrooms, and ecstasy, or edibles, mushrooms, and acid, that's what I brought on that trip. Even if I had those non-threatening items that people want to get upset about, you know what I mean? Even if I didn't have that, I don't have time for someone who's going to declare a beef jerky stick.
I agree with you.
What are you going to do? Infect a farm animal with that? Like, it's wrapped up.
What does this sheet of acid look like?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's got this like big Buddha on it. And in Whistler, I have a ski house in Whistler that I spend my winters in.
Yeah.
And they have the best drugs. In Canada, most things are legal. It's all microdose, you know. It's nothing too crazy. It's not like I'm tripping my balls off, but I like a little mood lifter. So it's a big Buddha lady. And and it's one big sheet and it's got like 376 hits on it. And it lasts me throughout the year. And I drug people wherever I go. I give people, I'm like, hey, you have to take this. It's such a mood lifter and an
Really?
enhancer. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you think I should try it?
I mean, I don't know that you need anything else.
You don't think?
I feel like you're pretty amped up.
Yeah.
But what I do, like we went whale watching in
Oh.
Australia. And so I took it like for that, like, oh, we're going to go see whales. I want to communicate with the animals. And so
Are you making noises?
no. I just know where, like, I
Yeah.
could tell where the pods of whales were before they could even pop up out of the water. And my cousin, I was like, the guy on the boat would say, everybody go to the right. There was like 150 people on the boat. And he'd be like, okay, there's a pod of whales to the right. And they take you out of Sydney Harbor and you go out into these huge swells. Everyone's throwing up. Not me, because I'm fucking seaworthy, you know? And everyone's throwing up. And then he's like, okay, there's a pod of whales at 45 degrees. And everyone on the boat runs to the one side of the boat. And I'd be like, there's also a pod of whales coming up over here. And finally, my cousin Molly came up to me and she's like, why are you staying in the same spot? I'm like, because I am in communication with the whales, Molly,
Wow.
because I took LSD this morning. And she goes, it's kind of amazing that you've been right about where the whales are each time. And I was like, it would be kind of amazing if you had taken LSD too, instead of your beef fucking chopstick.
I'm sorry, but the thought of being on a fucking boat on LSD, I've never done LSD, but like it sounds fucking horrible, Chelsea. It sounds like a fucking nightmare. Only you are like, woo! Everyone else is
But
throwing
it's
up and
not-
they're sober.
It's not woo. It's like, this is beautiful. Look at me. Look at me talking to this whale. Like, wow, I'm on a different vibration. Like everything's a little sparklier, a little bit more glittery. Like you have patience for people that you normally wouldn't.
True, and I could see you on a boat with all those people whale watching. Like you'd want to fucking kill
and
yourself.
And they're vomiting. So obviously.
So, you know, when you see something blowing up on your socials, like a new makeup trend or a beauty tutorial, of course you want to try it yourself. That's when you head to Sephora. They have got the hottest names in beauty you can't miss. Brands like Laneige, K18, Rare Beauty, the ones that everyone is talking about. You guys know Sephora is where it's at every single, I would say, month. I have a huge trip that I do to Sephora, whether it's online or in store, and I go ham. I get myself stocked up. I get new things. I get my go-tos. It is just a place where you feel happy and you feel good. So Daddy Gang, the next big thing is only at Sephora. Shop now at Sephora.com.
Okay, I'm going to ask you situations and you're going to tell me what drug you would want to do in the situation.
Sure. Great.
Girls trip in Ibiza.
Molly.
Waiting in line at the DMV.
Oh, God. I guess pot.
A first date.
Just alcohol.
Okay. Your sister's wedding.
Molly.
Watching The Notebook.
Acid.
What?
I need a lifter for that.
Okay.
Like that's
Okay. A karaoke bar.
Oh God, I would need something serious.
Mix a little.
Something I probably haven't even tried yet because
Okay.
I can't sing, and so I don't want to be seen singing. I don't want
You
to.
can't?
No. I can't sing and I can't dance.
What if we just hit a tune right now?
I can't. I can't sing.
Defying gravity.
Defying gravity.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Grocery shopping.
Don't do it.
You don't go ever.
I try not to.
Okay. Niece's high school graduation.
Oh, that would be drugs for sure.
Okay.
My nephew's bar mitzvah. I was handing everybody edibles at that event.
Oh, that's
At my cousin's wedding, I handed even my cousin's mother, who I think is my cousin.
oh.
I gave her a little hit of LSD. She didn't know what it was, but I said, "Just take this. Your night's going to enhance."
Oh.
And she took it. And she had a great time.
The good thing about getting drugs from you is one, I know you've already tried them. Two, you're rich. So I feel like you are sourcing the best shit. And I feel like I'd be safe with you. Like I wouldn't feel like, oh God, I'm going to have a bad trip because this is laced with something. Like I feel like you're really, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I was once, I mean, this is a little segue, but I'll take it.
Okay.
I was in Mallorca and there was this, I take acid to Mallorca and I dose everyone. All my friends come. They have mind-numbing, bending experiences. We all have a great time.
Is it legal in Mallorca? Is acid legal anywhere?
I think it is legal. Things are legal in Spain that aren't legal everywhere, but who knows? Anyway, No one's really looking for acid. You know what I mean? They're not going to see that sheet of that Buddha woman and go, was that acid? They're going to be like, oh, she's a really good artist. And I saw this elderly couple walking down the street and they just looked so in love, like they were in their 80s and they were holding hands. And I was on LSD. My whole group of friends was on LSD. And I said, look how beautiful that is. Like they're still into each other. This man loves her. He was holding her one hand with both of his hands. And I stopped them and I was like, you guys are so cute. Like, what's the story? They're like, this is our 50th wedding anniversary. And I have a house in Mallorca, so I wasn't far from my house. And I said, oh my God, your 50th wedding anniversary? I was like, that's incredible. What are you guys going to do? And they're like, we're just walking around the port. And I said, I have 2 kayaks that are in front of my house on the beach. I said, these are my kayaks. I said, please take them and go out for like a midnight stroll. It's so beautiful under the sky in Mallorca, the stars and the moonlight. I said, please take these kayaks. And I also have some LSD.
Yeah.
And so I got their medical background. Neither of them had a heart condition or any sort of thing to be alarmed about. And I said, I have these little tabs. I go, don't be scared. They're microdose.
Oh my God.
They will only enhance. If you are happy now, you can't imagine the level of happiness you are going to achieve if you take these. And the man was like, oh, we're good. We're in love. I go, no, please trust me, please. And
please. She's like eager.
And the woman goes, I'd like to try some. And I said, so I gave her a hit. I gave him a hit. They decided to take one kayak.
Oh. They
went out to the port. I forgot about them. I was with my friends. I was at some bar, restaurant. I went to bed. We all went to bed. I woke up in the next morning. I was out on my terrace. It was like 7 a.m. I'm working out. And I see the kayak pull up.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, who? Oh my God, that's that couple that I gave my kayak to. I go, have they been out all night? And I live in this port. And so you can kayak out into the Mediterranean, but there's all these little coves. And they came up the beach and they're walking towards me and I'm waving to them. I'm like, hey guys. And they come up to the stairs to my house and I open my gate and they come in and they go, we spent the whole night in an alcove, like one of those caves.
Oh my God.
We kayaked into a cave and we spent our 50th wedding anniversary up all night talking about all of our favorite memories. You gave us the best gift we could have ever been given. And I was like, I had tears in my eyes, I'm a healer. I am healing people. And then the woman looked at me and she goes, do you have any more?
No.
And I did. And I gave it to her, of course,
Chelsea,
'cause I share.
You are like a
shaman.
Shaman. Yeah, you're like a drug doula or whatever.
I want people to experience listen, drugs are not for everyone. I respect that. And I understand that it can be a problem for many people, but they're for me.
I want to come to Mallorca.
Yeah.
I'm inviting myself.
I heard that. I heard that.
I feel like you have a big enough house. I could kind of like.
You could come to Mallorca.
Yeah.
I'll give you the house for a week. You can
No. I want to be there with you.
I know.
Like,
I know you do.
You're like, yeah, here's the keys. We'll set a date. I'm not there.
But this, Ellis, listen, people aren't hallucinating. It's a mood lifter and a life enhancer. And I really believe it is medicinal. And I am pro that.
Do you do anything when you're skiing?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh.
Edibles, smoke pot.
Is it true that you fucked your ski instructor?
Yeah, several.
What? How does that come about?
Well, how doesn't it come about? You tell me how you keep your hands off of someone who's staying in charge of your body on a mountain that can ski better than you. That's hot. How do you not have sex with that person? You tell me, Alex.
Well, to be fair, I feel like skiing can be like a little bit of a catfish situation because you're like, what's going on under there? Have you ever been
right. That's a good point, actually.
Right? They looked a little sexy and then they're a little not because they take off the gaiter and they take off everything and you're like, that's not what I thought you were.
That's what that once happened to me scuba diving. I had a dive instructor. We were in French Polynesia, and we were diving, and we were on this boat, and we had 2 dive masters, and we were diving with like black tip reef sharks and white tip reef sharks, and they were pretty big. And I wasn't really good at scuba diving at that point. I had just gotten certified, and I was really nervous, and I kept you're so far underwater that it's scary that you can't just go back up.
Yes.
And I saw my cousin Molly, again, this fucking one.
Jesus.
She pulls the bottom of my ankle And I look down and there's a huge, like 8-foot black tip reef shark underneath. And I panic and I'm like I'm shaking and my goggles, I can't clear my goggles. I kept getting water in them. So I couldn't really see. So you couldn't see anything. And so I start panicking and I start trying to swim to the surface. And then the dive master came down, put my goggles right on my face, cleared my mask, and then looked at me and like held my hands. And he's like motioning to breathe in and breathe out. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, and he's holding my hands. And then he's like, do you want to go up? And I was like, I want to stay with you. And I was like, and then for the rest of the dive, he and I held hands and we swam around all the sharks while he guided me because he was now in charge of me. And this is a very big turn on to me. And a lot of women, I think, who have been neglected in their childhood by their fathers. And all my friends, so we had 2 dive masters. There were 10 of us. I had one and the rest of them, the 9 of them had one. And so I had commandeered this guy. And so we're holding hands diving and I'm like, I'm going to have to fuck this guy. When we get to the surface, I'm going to fuck this guy. I am so turned on. He saved my life and I am attracted to him.
Right.
And then when we got to the top of the surface, we got in the boat. He took his mask off and I was like, get the fuck away from me. Don't even look at me again.
Giving like ogre.
Just not attractive.
Not your
Not
vibe.
my vibe at all. And he was like really looking after me. And I had to be like, it's over now that we're on the surface of the water. That was one relationship was underwater. And now there's a different relationship.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But you were able to cut it off.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't.
You didn't pity fuck him.
No. No.
Are you often pity fucking people?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I have to say, you do ask great questions, Alex. And I don't say that like, wow. But I mean, obviously you've had a very successful career that is going to continue to be successful. But when I was listening to your last interview, I think Amy said that to you. And I was like, yes, you really are a good interviewer. These questions are good questions. These questions inspire me to want to ask better questions on my own podcast, but I'm too lazy to do that kind
But
of
I also
research.
have to just say, I appreciate that the thing that got you to be like, damn, like you're so good is me asking if you pity fuck people often. You're like, Alex, you are the next big thing. But okay, let's talk about pity fucks because I've pity fucked.
Yeah, I'm sure I've pity fucked. I mean, I wouldn't say I've done that recently, but I'm trying to think back to a time where you have a guy in your hotel room and you're like, oh God, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, maybe it's easier just to fuck him.
Because it can be quick.
The fucking?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully in that case. But no, if I'm grossed out, I will.
You're out.
I'm bouncing.
What is the best one night stand you've ever had?
So many. I mean, I had so many fun one night stands in my 20s and 30s.
Oh.
It's the best one? That's really hard.
It's okay.
I once had sex with this guy. What was his name? I like to be able to call people out with their first and last names, which is going to be hard for this because I don't even remember his first name. But I once had sex. I don't know if this was the best.
Yeah.
But it was sexy.
Oh.
And it wasn't a one night stand. It went on for like a week, but it was like a one night thing. I was at the London Olympics in 2012, I believe, and I was staying with a couple of gay friends of mine had a house, and I was walking home late one night, or I was being driven home, and I was walking down the street to their house, and this really sexy British guy we just locked eyes, and it was like sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's something you would see in a movie. And I was like, I'm in London. This was an impromptu trip. I'm like, what if I just had an affair with this guy? And I walked past him and I stopped and I turned around and he had stopped. And it was late at night. Like, this was dangerous. It could have been. And it was late at night. And he said, would you like to come back to my place? And
That
was the
straight
first-
up?
That was the first thing he said. The eye look that we had was so intense that I was like, yes. And we went back to his house. I mean, we barely spoke. I went over there every night after the Olympics for a week, had a full-on affair with this guy. I don't even know if I know his last name.
Or his first, clearly.
Or his first. And we had this incredible, it was just like just chemistry, but not a lot of like getting to know each other. It was just purely sexual.
Kind of nice.
And then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to the Olympics tomorrow. Like, and he's like, are you going to come back tomorrow night? I'm like, yes, definitely. And then I'd get home at like 10. I'd be like, I'm coming over. And he'd be like, great. And we have a couple drinks and then we'd have crazy sex. And then I'd go back to the friends and the friends whose house I was staying at. I never even told them what was going on. I don't know why, because it was just felt so steamy and like sexy, and I wanted to keep it to myself. You know what I mean?
I think that's how people feel with an actual affair, sadly. But you weren't cheating on your husband. You were just having a fling.
No, but I would cheat on my husband. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely would. That's why I'm not married.
Can I ask, you've talked about how sex has gotten better as you've gotten older. What has gotten better?
Sex, I mean, this isn't kind of a boring thing to say, but you're just more into your body and being pleased and asking for what you want.
Yeah.
And you don't care about your cellulite. You don't care about the way that you look or if they see you in overhead lighting. Yeah. Oh. I don't care what I look like on top of you or underneath you. I'm hot. I know it. So like, you're lucky to be fucking me. And that's what makes it sexy.
Every woman needs to clip that from themselves when they're about to go out on a date night. We'll make that a TikTok because it is very inspiring when you just said that. Like, it seems simple, but then I get it. When I think back to when I was having sex in college, I was like thinking of everything but actually enjoying myself. So
absolutely. And I hate that. I hate that women feel that way.
Yeah.
And we talk about it all the time. I know you talk about it on this all the time. Women don't ask for what they want. They don't even orgasm. You don't even orgasm half the time because you're just worried about pleasing men or you're not being confident about asking for what you want. So, I mean, that's totally true. As you get older, you're just like, this is what I want. Can you provide it? You know, these are the rules and this is what's going to happen.
Here is a little secret. Investing isn't actually that complicated, especially with the investing app Acorns. Now here's the thing, we all want to make our money, right? But it's like, how do you invest in? What do you invest in? How much should you invest in? Oh, I don't know if I have enough money to. No, listen to me, Daddy Gang. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for you, your kids, and your retirement. You do not need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that matches you, and you do not need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the spare money you've got right now. That could literally be $5, $20, some spare change. Put it aside and invest it, Daddy Gang, because all of a sudden it's going to work for you. All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, wait, I made money. Wow, that's amazing. So sign up now and Acorns will boost your new account with a $20 bonus investment. Offer only available at acorns.com/callherdaddy. That's CALLHERDADDY to get your $20 bonus investment today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/callherdaddy.
Let's talk about your love life.
Okay.
Are you seeing anybody right
yes.
now? Tell me everything. Spill the tea.
I've been down that road before with having a public relationship.
Yeah, you're not doing
my
it.
Last relationship. No, it's not that. It's more out of respect for their privacy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want him to have to be exposed to my world.
No, we don't need to know anything about him, but tell me about you. Like, when did you meet him? Like, how are you feeling?
I met him a long time ago, but we didn't really become like lovers until like about 6 or 7 months ago.
How does that happen? Because I feel like so many people know people that they would like to have sex with, but then if you didn't do it immediately, it's like, how did you bridge the gap? Did you initiate? Did he initiate?
I invited him to Mallorca on a trip with a group of friends.
Everyone's getting invited but me.
Yeah, I know. Almost. Now that we're talking about it, it's almost like everyone has been except for you. I invited him on. I've known him for years. I've always been attracted to him, but he was not available. And I always have wanted like someone like him in my life.
Okay.
He's hot.
Oh.
He's awesome. He's sweet and so caring and completely sees me and understands that I am not available a lot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? My life is pretty crazy and he appreciates that. And he's around when I want him to be. And he's great. I mean, listen, I go through periods where I have multiple lovers and that's kind of like what I wanted to do when I was a little girl. I wanted to grow up and be a woman that did have multiple lovers. I've never been interested in marriage. I'm not interested in long-term commitments to work, to people, to anything. I am a free spirit, and I want to remain and soar like an eagle.
The Vicodin just hit. She's like, I'm in the sky.
I want to soar like an eagle with my heart and legs wide open. No, I love men.
Yeah.
Listen, I love men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to have adventures with lots of them. And I try to make sure everybody knows that's where I'm coming from when I'm in a relationship or any sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm very upfront. I'm not a liar.
You're direct.
I'm just like, listen, this is the deal. Do you want in?
Okay, let's pretend you're not dating someone.
Okay.
And I'm going to describe a man for you, and you're going to let me know if you would date him.
Okay.
Yeah, take a little sip.
Okay.
Mix the alcohol with the Vicodin. Let's see if it gets weirder. Okay, no.
I hope my doctors are listening to this.
Is it going to be a problem that you're getting surgery tomorrow and you're drinking?
No, they told me not to eat today, that I have to be on a liquid diet.
But do you think they meant liquid by like alcohol?
I don't think they meant that. But they know what, listen, my doctors understand who they're dealing with. Half the time I'm correcting them.
Okay, he's rich and successful, but only flies economy to save money. And not like first class, like back of the plane.
Okay. Am I interested in him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not interested in flying with him, but I'm interested in him, yes. I like that.
I do too.
But I'm not flying economy with him.
Totally. Love that. He's built like Jason Momoa, but he's scared of your dogs.
No. I don't like men that are scared of dogs.
I agree. It's one of the bigger red flags.
Why? What happened to you? Were you attacked by a wolf? Like, if you are scared of dogs, something is wrong with you. And I don't appreciate that at all.
And your dogs are adorable.
Unless you were attacked by a dog.
Yes.
And you're a woman.
Period. He's been healed through therapy, but he refuses to go down on you.
No. I love when guys go down on me.
Is it like a hard thing for you if they're horrible? Do you teach or you just get rid of them?
Going down on you?
Yeah, just like, you know.
I mean, that going down on you could work because like that's pretty much they're going to hit the target at some point. But you can pretty much, I mean, in a position where a man is going down on you, you have most likely your hands on their head, directing them exactly where to go. Mm-hmm. But if someone kisses me in a sloppy, gross way, that is unrecoverable.
I agree. A bad kiss makeout it's kind of unforgivable.
Yeah.
You can't kind of come back from that.
I agree.
Okay, he makes you laugh harder than anyone, but he hates that you're funnier than him.
I don't mind that.
You don't?
No.
A little competition?
I don't care if somebody hates that that's not my problem. That's their problem.
Okay, he's your best friend?
Again, great line of questioning, Alex.
Thank you.
These are great questions.
Thank you. It's really sparking a debate. He's your best friend, but his best friend is his mom.
He's my best friend. I don't want him to be my best friend, first of all. So that's already a cancel. I don't need a guy, my lover, to be my best friend. That's stupid.
I love how that wasn't like the problem.
No, that wasn't even the question, but I'll just cut you off.
Okay, have you ever fucked a mama's boy?
No, that's not my thing.
Really?
No. I mean, you have to respect your mother, but not a mama's boy. I find that to be, yeah, like the same way like a daddy's girl. Like, come on, we're all adults here. Grow up.
You've never been a daddy's girl?
I mean, maybe I was a dad. No, not really. Okay. My dad wasn't that impressed with me, and I wasn't that impressed with him, quite frankly.
I thought you were just going to say my dad wasn't that impressive.
I was going to say my dad wasn't that attractive.
I never wanted to fuck my dad.
I wasn't that attracted to my father.
We're not interested in fucking our dads over here. That's a fabulous answer. Thank you. Okay, he's tall, dark. He's tall, dark, and handsome, but his whole Instagram is selfies.
No.
Oh.
I mean,
whoa.
I've definitely met guys on Raya where that is the case, and then I've definitely had sex with guys like that. I don't know about dating guys like that. I mean, selfies, not really.
Yeah, like imagine you walk into your bathroom and he's like shirtless taking a picture.
No, you're right. The selfies, no, actually, when I think about it.
You being on Raya at a point in your life, have you ever fucked a DJ?
DJ Diplo, is that who you're talking about?
Well, not specifically Diplo, but if you fuck
no,
Diplo.
because I didn't fuck him. No.
Oh, okay, good.
I wanted to. I did a segment with him once on my Netflix show, and I was like, he's hot. And then, he's not that hot to me anymore. But a DJ. No, I've never fucked a DJ. Not that I'm aware of.
So that is very good to clarify. I feel like I could see you fuck a DJ.
Me too. I could see that. Yeah.
Like you're on LSD, you're bumping.
Yeah, but I'm not really good at dancing either. So dancing and singing are the two things. That's what I really appreciate about Wicked is that they could dance and sing. I'm always amazed by people who can do that. Like Zoe Saldana and Amelia Perez. I didn't know she could dance and sing.
I was having this debate with someone the other day, though. Would you rather be really good at singing or be funny?
I would rather be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, they're not great. I'm just saying, like, I'm basically trying to hype you up in the process. It's okay that you're basically so fucking awful at these things. You're funny. So take it or leave it.
You can't have it all.
And this one lasts kind of forever. Anyways, now that we're comparing, okay, you've been on your healthy therapy journey, I feel like, but before that, what was your most toxic trait in a relationship? Like, give me tangible. I know you're a fucking eagle with your legs spread, but what were you really toxic with?
I think certain people bring out toxicity. You know what I mean? Like certain dynamics are toxic. So like you don't belong with certain people because they bring out the worst in you. You bring out the worst in them.
Give me an example.
I had an ex-boyfriend. We dated for a couple of years and we had a very toxic, very like I would look through his phone. He cheated on me. He would be out to all hours. I'd be paranoid about it. It was the worst version of me that I've ever experienced. I remember I was shooting Chelsea Lately at the time. I was working on that show and I would be so consumed about when he was going to call and how late he was out at night because he lived in New York and I lived in LA and we had this great chemistry. So we had so much fun together but it was toxic and there was gamesmanship and he didn't want to be controlled and I was trying to control him. And,
that's the worst.
None of that works ever. You can't ever try to control anyone. And if anyone's going to cheat, they're going to. They're not going to not because you're calling them.
Are you talking about 50 Cent?
No. He was beautiful. He was a sweetheart. He was so sweet. Yeah.
I bring it up every time I talk to you.
A lot of people bring that up. People seem to really like that story. I wonder why. Why do you think that is?
I just think you're both such huge personalities and picturing you together, I'm trying to picture a conversation between you two and I don't like I read his Instagram captions, for example. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I hear what you're saying. He was a sweetheart. Like all my friends when I dated him just fucking loved it because he'd come over to our house every night and he'd have like a Lamborghini one day and then like a yellow Ferrari the next day. And meanwhile, I realized he was borrowing all these cars from different dealerships. I was like, you can do that? I'm like, oh. And then I got a Bentley. I got a chocolate Bentley because he kept coming over every night and he'd have a different car. So as a joke, I went and bought a chocolate Bentley. I didn't know you could borrow cars. And as a celebrity. So I went and bought a chocolate Bentley and then we broke up. So there I am stuck with this chocolate Bentley like a fucking white dumb bitch asshole driving around like I'm some rapper. And I had that Bentley, which was a really nice car, by the way. I had that Bentley for like 2 years.
Okay, what's the most unhinged thing you've ever done during a breakup?
I bought an ex-boyfriend, the toxic one, actually.
Okay.
He has a house in upstate New York and like an estate. And I knew I had to break up with him at some point, but I wanted him to really feel it, And I bought,
go out with a bang.
He had this huge drive that led up to his estate.
Okay.
And it is an estate. I use that word because that's what it is. It's a huge farm. It's gorgeous. It's on the Hudson River. And I bought him 35 linden trees that I'm pretty sure I imported from Germany at the time. Very extravagant.
How expensive is that?
Who knows?
No.
And I had like 17 lined on either side of the driveway so that they would grow and form a canopy so that when you drove in, you drive into his house under this alley of trees. And I knew that every spring and every fall, the leaves would change and bloom and it would be beautiful. Mm-hmm. And that everyone who saw them would be like, where did you get these trees? And every fall and every spring, I get a text from him
Shut the fuck up.
going, I can't believe I lost you. Look at your trees. Do you want to come see them? And I'm always like, not interested. That was just a message to you.
You're good.
That was a good breakup present.
The fact that that's a break. And how did you tell him you were giving this to him?
Well, I gave it to him as like a birthday present, but I knew I was leaving.
And then you said goodbye.
Yeah. And then the trees got planted after I was gone, you know? And so that was like, that felt great.
I mean, the fact that that will stick with him forever and you have nothing to remind you of him, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That was like your last big toxic hit and then you're out.
Yeah. And then I haven't had a toxic relationship since then.
Proud
so
of
that
you.
was kind of like I went out with a bang and nature.
So gorgeous.
You know what would be good for you to have your dogs during your interviews?
So I've thought about that, but I couldn't tell like
Because I think it helps people. I think anyone who's coming on the show understands that they're going to dish, right?
Yeah.
They know what's up.
yeah, you're gonna tell me the big thing
Yeah,
soon,
of
right?
course,
You're getting up to the
yes,
big.
I'm pregnant.
Okay.
And I've already gotten an abortion during this interview, all within this time. But they know they're coming here, so I don't know that you need the dogs. But
I like it.
I like the idea of people softening, and because dogs make people feel happy.
Let's talk about our dogs. What is the most elaborate thing you've ever done for your dogs?
Well, I once flew one of my dogs privately alone
What?
to meet me in Whistler, Canada, because I thought there was a quarantine when I first started going there, and I didn't know I could bring my dog. So I flew myself there first. And then when I found out you don't have to quarantine your dogs, I sent for Chunk, and he got on a plane with 2 pilots and a manifest that said Chunk Handler. So that was one extravagant thing.
That is fucking. Imagine being those pilots.
That's exactly right. The other thing I've done is I'm in Maine. It's COVID. And I'm trying to fuck Andrew Cuomo at the time because I had a hot thing for Andrew Cuomo.
He was hot at the time.
Yeah, he was hot. And anyway, I rented this house in Maine. And it was in and then Andrew Cuomo blew me off. This is in the book, by the way. And this is the book and in my stand-up special, which is coming out after the book. But I realized it wasn't happening with Andrew Cuomo. We had a long flirtation, or a short one, but I was led to believe I'd be penetrated by him at some point. And when that didn't happen, I was with my brothers and sisters and a bunch of friends at this house that I'd rented in Maine. And I was like, God, I didn't bring Bert and Bernice. I've just been rejected by a man. It's COVID. I'm single. A lot of people during COVID who were single feared that maybe they would never get penetrated again. Maybe that was it. You know, what if I never am allowed to have sex again? So it was a rejection, a dejection. It was deep. And I was like, I came downstairs and I said to my sister Simone, like, I need Bert and Bernice here. I'm pissed that they're not here. I don't know what I was thinking. We're here for a month. Like, I need some comfort. And I'm not flying my dogs privately. That's ridiculous. Like, I did that once and I was shamed for it. And I don't want to be that egregious. So she said, let me figure it out. And she came downstairs and said she had found a service. There was a couple that could drive my dogs from California to Maine, and then they could be there in 48 hours. It was a Monday at 7 p.m. And I was like, 48 hours? I was like, is that even possible? But, you know, when things go my way, I don't ask a lot of questions. I'm like, great. So Wednesday at like 7:30, this couple pulls up in this like trailer hitch situation, like a van attached to something else. I don't know the vernacular for those types of things because, you know, and my dogs kind of scuttled out, and my dogs aren't very affectionate. They're both dead now, but they're just both aloof. They were a brother and sister combo platter, and they were chow chows, and they're just kind of like slow, sluggish, and just seemingly off. And I said to the couple that pulled out, I was so grateful, you know, to see my dogs. Anyone who has an animal understands. And I went inside to make them a thank you cocktail. I went inside to to the kitchen. My brother Roy was cooking. He's the chef in our family. Okay. And he was cooking. And he was like, I said, I grabbed a bottle of Belvedere, grabbed some cocktail glasses, and he goes, what are you doing? And I said, I'm making the couple that just delivered Bert and Bernice a thank you cocktail. And he said, don't make them more than 1 round, Chelsea. Like very sternly, he's talking to me. And I'm like, excuse me? I go, what's your problem? He goes, look at me. And he lowered his glasses to the bottom of his nose, like in a very serious, like avuncular way. And he goes, look at me. Anybody who drove from California to Maine in 48 hours is on crystal meth.
Dude, did you go back out there and like take a harder glance?
No, I went back out there with the cocktails and I was like, I'm not judgy, you know, whatever it takes. So I don't know anything about crystal meth. I mean, I do a lot of drugs, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish. We don't do that. So I hand them the cocktails and the guy's like, thanks a lot. Well, you know, we can't stay for long. We have to be in Florida by midnight. That's also not a 5-hour drive. I'm like, okay. But the next couple of days, the dogs were walking around like very aimlessly and bumping into like, and my dog like stared at a paddleboard for almost like 20 minutes. And I'm sitting outside on this like front yard of this house that we rented on this beach. It was so beautiful with my brother Roy. And I go, what's wrong with Bert and Bernice? Like, and he goes, what's wrong with them? Chelsea, you just sent your dogs on a high-speed methamphetamine car chase across the country because a governor wouldn't fuck you during a global pandemic.
What the fuck?
He's like, they're detoxing.
They're coming down.
Yeah.
They're coming down off the drugs.
Yeah, they were coming down. So that was, and then the next day, like the Bushes were there. The Bushes were in Kennebunkport. The next day, Barbara Bush, George W. Bush's, you know, one of the twins, Barbara and Jenna. She's like, she texts me. She's like, Sissy, we call each other Sissy. She's like, Sissy, I hear you're in Biddeford Pool, which is where we were staying. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, we're coming by. She comes by, unbeknownst to me, brings the first lady with her. There's like 3 Secret Service people. And they're sitting on my porch. We're all talking. I'm trying not to be seen with that many Republicans. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, is there a drone around? Like, I can't be seen with a former first lady. And then Barbara Bush loved my dog Bert. She loved him. She understood his body type the way I did. Like, just a bundle of meat, you know? And she was like, why is Bert acting? I'm like, he's sick. Because I know, you know, like, I'm not going to bring up
like
crystal meth
foaming at
to
the
the fucking
mouth.
first lady. And my brother Roy's out there and I knew he was about to fucking say something. I'm like, you shut up. Do not, you know how Republican first ladies act about drugs, you know? There's a war on them. And I don't want them to think me and my loose lifestyle that I'm drugging my dogs. So it was pretty ridiculous. They recovered, I think.
You think? Wait, and so now do you have new dogs?
I have a new dog, Doug. He's black and beautiful. He's a full chow.
Oh.
Yeah, and a full chow rescue.
What?
Yeah.
Are you lying?
No.
Oh.
No.
I think our dogs need to meet.
I would never lie about anything.
Oh,
I mean, why
okay.
would I?
I don't know.
I have nothing to hide.
You don't lie ever?
You think after everything that I've divulged today, I'm going to lie about my dog being a rescue? I mean, honestly, Alex Cooper.
Just God forbid you want to like get more street cred.
No.
You don't give a shit.
I bought a dog once. I returned him though.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's worse to admit.
He was a loser. He was a loser, that dog.
Why?
He's just a fucking lunatic. I like lazy dogs.
Yeah.
But this dog I have now, Doug, he's black. I wanted a dog of color.
Yeah.
And he is so beautiful and friendly and a real dog. I have had such zombies for dogs for so long because I don't really want to exercise with them and do that stuff.
Yeah.
That I appreciate dogs that are a little bit on the lazy side.
Yeah.
I've never had a dog like Doug, and he just brings so much joy to everyone he meets.
Do you ever bring your dogs to dog parks?
I don't. I try not to go to dog parks. I've had some of the worst interactions with human beings at dog parks.
What happened?
I was looking for Doug. Actually, they were bringing Doug to showcase me this chow rescue that I got my last dogs from. They knew I was down one dog and looking for, a refill. So they brought these 2 dogs to a dog park in Brentwood. I went to the wrong dog park and I opened, you know how they have those metal gates?
Yeah.
And I walk in and I'm like looking around to see if the people with the dogs are anywhere. And some guy screams at me going, shut the door now, or shut the gate. And it's like they have 2 gates to get into the dog park.
Like,
one, and then, and I looked at him like I'm 5 feet away from the gate. There are no dogs anywhere except for him and his 2 dogs, which he has on leashes. And he's like 50 yards away screaming. And I'm like, I'm like, sir, can you please relax? And he's charging towards me. And I'm like, sir, calm down. He goes, it just takes 2 seconds for one of these dogs to get out of the street and get hit on Barrington. And then what? And I'm like, sir, something happened to you today and it has nothing to do with me. So please stop talking to me. And I go, and stop looking at me, actually. You're freaking me out. And I'm looking at my phone trying to figure out if I'm at the wrong dog park because there's two kind of catty corner.
Yeah.
Don't say catty corner, but and so I'm looking down and then he goes, all of you celebrities think you can just get away with murder. And then I looked up. On behalf of celebrities everywhere, I was offended. Do you know what I mean? And I looked up, I go, I'm sorry, sir, that's really uncalled for. I said, there are no dogs here except for yours that are on leashes. I'm close to the gate. No dog could run past me. And he goes, you're a whore, Chelsea Handler.
What the fuck?
You're a whore. And I obviously started laughing because I was like,
what the fuck do you even say to that? Like, we're literally talking about our dogs and you're just like taking it that aggressive.
It was, and then I realized he was gay on top of it, which was a double whoopsie doodle. Cause I'm like, first of all, I think I've proven my allyship for fucking since before I was born. And obviously no straight man is screaming like that at a dog park. You know what I mean? No straight man is like, get out of here.
That's a pretty wild moment, though, to have someone scream in your face like that. But I feel like you handled that well.
Well, there was another guy that was walking up, luckily, because then he heard him. He goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, do you need any backup here? And I'm like, no, I just have a crazy gay I'm dealing with right now. And then the gay guy got in his minivan and started taking pictures of me. And I started smiling and waving. I was like, hi. And then I was like, should we get one together? You know, like he was going to report me or something.
The dog parks are not for the weak. Like, I went once and my dogs got some type of rash.
Oh.
So I don't know.
I'm not into dog parks. Listen, I don't even walk my dog. Okay? Like, let's be honest.
Chelsea.
I don't.
You cuddle with them.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think of dogs with food names? When people name their dogs like macaroni, noodles, chickpea?
That's annoying. My dog's name is Doug.
My dog's name is Henry and Bruce.
Exactly.
Like, treat them as such.
Yes.
When you're like, when they call them a different animal, like, a skunk, and you're like, why are you calling, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I find dog talking, I find dog jargon very irritating. People who are obsessed with their animals. I'm obsessed with my animal. I am showing pictures of him. I'm totally guilty of it as well.
Yeah.
So it's very hypocritical, but I still don't like it. And I don't like I have a dog person in Whistler that takes my dog on 3-hour hikes every day.
Yeah.
And the way she talks about dogs, I just have to tune out. You know what I mean? Like the first time I met a dog trainer in Whistler, this isn't who I have now. Abby, who's very cool. But I had a woman who came and she said, okay, what are you looking today? The first session will be a discovery session. And I'm like, okay, let me cancel this meeting. I'm not dealing with you. And then she sent me links to YouTube videos to watch recall videos about how I'm like, listen, bitch, I'm not training him. You are. So you watch the video and then let me know what to do because we're not doing it together.
It is crazy. Some people I've had a person come to my house and say we're going to discover their personality. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Seriously.
Take the $200 and teach him to do paw.
She said, and by the way, I don't even want that. Why do you want a paw? What for? Is that cute? I don't think that's cute.
No, it's good for training. Sit, paw, treat.
Sit is fine.
Sit.
I just want them to not attack anyone. That's all I want is for my dogs to behave and be friendly to little children when they come and pet them.
True.
And not attack anyone. And I don't need them to run and do tricks and lie down and spin. It's all so dumb.
It's a little circusy.
Yeah.
Are you having sex in the room with your dogs?
Oh, that's a great question. My dog comes on the bed and he's so agile. He's big and furry and he looks like he weighs he does weigh 65 pounds. But when he jumps up on the bed, you can never hear him. So all of a sudden we'll be having sex and we'll look up and Doug is just like this. And I'm like, oh my God, Doug, I can't have him see his mother giving a blowjob. Do you know what I mean? I don't want him to
I've had that where you're you're giving a little blowy and you see from the side eye, you're like, Bruce.
But the look on their face is they're like, what is happening?
Yeah, they're
here?
inquisitive. They're like, huh.
Yeah. Am I a part of this or am I not a part? It's like, you're definitely not a part of this. And I need you to actually get the fuck off the bed because this is weird.
I've had that also where I'm getting eaten out and I look over and he's just staring liking it a little too much. And I really, or the worst is like, I push them off the bed immediately. I'm not going to kick them out of the room. I think people that are like, they can't even be in the room. I'm like, one dog is running to the corner. The other one is like getting a little rambunctious and wanting to hump, and it's freaking me out. We cut his balls. But the problem is he likes the smell.
Of sex?
Yes.
So of your Pikachu, he likes the smell of that.
How
do you know that?
Because after he's like smelling the sheets insane.
Oh.
We got a freak on our hands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with.
Well, maybe you should go to the doctor.
No, it's good.
Do you know that it's a good smell that he's smelling?
I know.
Maybe you have an infection.
I know that my vagina smells fucking perfect. Shut the fuck up. Worry about yourself and your fucking crooked arm. Bitch. Come for my vagina and I will cut you. Because that's what's going to trend.
My crooked arm.
That's what people will say. I have a smelly vagina.
No. But
I don't want to get too defensive, so people are like, oh, God, you hit a sore spot.
I think you already did.
No. Your breasts.
Oh, my God, my pill.
Okay, your book comes out on your 50th birthday.
Yeah, I'm going to be 50.
How are you approaching your new decade?
I'm just fucking psyched.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
You're ready.
I'm happy. I'm just happy. My life is so fun. I'm happy that I get to do what I love to do, that I like my family for the most part. There are a couple, but I have this life that I've created.
What happened with Jane Fonda?
Jane Fonda, there's a story in the book where Jane Fonda calls me over to her house, summons me, quite frankly. This is like, I don't know how, I have no sense of time. So maybe 15 years ago, summoned me to her house. And no, it was 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago because I was 40 and I'm about to turn 50. So she summoned me to her house. She sent me an email and said, Chelsea, I'd like to talk to you about something. And it was a stern tone in the email. And I was like, she's like, are you free for dinner? And I'm like, sure, absolutely. It's Jane Fonda. I'm always free for you. When? Yeah. And she's like, tonight, actually, it's 7:30. I'll see you at my house. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, what? Oh, fuck. I was like, what is this about? And my best friend at the time, I was like, what do you think? She's like, I don't know. That's so weird. I'm like, okay, can you come with me? And she's like, I'm not invited. I'm like, I know. So I get to her house. And I had been to her party, I think it was her birthday party. She had a party of some sort. And I had been to her party like months and months earlier. And she goes, you were terrible at that party. She goes, I don't know what drugs you were on. You insulted multiple people. You were a dark cloud hanging over the party. The whole conversation is in the book. So I'm probably paraphrasing. And I was mortified, obviously, and she wasn't wrong. I don't even, I barely remember that party. I was on drugs, I'm sure, who knows which ones. And I had just started therapy. I had just began therapy. And thank God, because one of the first things you learn in therapy is like, if you are defensive about anything, then you're wrong or lying. Yes. You know what I mean? Like if you're right, you don't have to defend yourself.
Yeah, like my vagina.
Yeah, like your vagina, like you just did that with your vagina. And I was sitting there across from her and I was like, oh my God, I'm mortified. This is so humiliating. And I was like, and I just said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what was wrong with me. And you're right. I was terrible that night, I'm sure, because I don't really remember much of it. It's kind of hazy. I mean, I remembered the party, but I didn't remember specifics. And in the midst of that humiliation and mortification, the more overarching sentiment was, wow, that's a sister.
Yeah.
Like that's sisterhood.
I met her once and I interviewed her and I was like happy I got my words out. Her like aura is so incredible and inspiring. And as women, I feel like I'm like, wow, I'm happy that I've gotten to like meet someone like that. And now I'm happy that obviously we're friends and I've gotten to meet you.
Love it.
Do you have anything left to say? Give me the book. Throw me the fucking book. Don't you have it in your lap? Throw it.
I can't, my shoulder.
Oh. I want to say happy birthday to you. Chelsea's book is coming out on her 50th birthday date.
February 25th.
I knew that.
February 25th, same as every year.
The book is coming out, Daddy Gang, if you want to laugh, if you want to cry, and if you want to fall more in love with... Wait, why is there nothing in the
Because it's a fake book, you idiot.
my...
I mean, that's actually... What if that was the book? What if you had held it up and been like, I loved this part, and then you opened it up to
Specifically, this chapter where it said, what the fuck? No, Daddy Gang, go read the book. Chelsea, I love you.
Love you too.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Huda, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like really excited. I'm overwhelmed as fuck. Overwhelmed in like a good way and like in multiple ways. Like I'm not even like sitting here and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. Like I can't do it. It's like an overwhelming, like it's just, I'm taking everything in all at once. I think anyone would.
Can you explain a little bit, like what have the past 48 hours since leaving the villa been like for you?
I think really like right now I'm just trying to make sure that everything like is good with the people that I'm really close with and that I hold dear to my heart. Because I'm like my daughter, like my family, like those are the people that I've checked on this entire time. Like I haven't texted anybody back at all.
How many texts do you have? So many.
Girl, so many.
Hundreds.
I haven't, and like the only other person I've called is my best friend.
Okay.
That's it.
Throughout the season, you were one of, if not without a doubt, the most polarizing person on the show.
So I've been told.
People either absolutely adore, love you, or there are people that like it actually feels like hate you and like do not fuck with you at all.
Yeah.
Why do you think that this is the case?
I think that honestly, I think perception's everything. And I feel like not all the time things are shown in the way that they are like perceived on TV. And I mean, I know who I am as a person. I think that's what really matters. I feel like if people are hating on me, okay, fuck you. Like I don't give a fuck. Like, why does it matter? As long as the people that I love are close to me and like that care about me and they, you know, see me for who I actually am, like that's truly what matters to me. And I'm very, very, very blessed to have so many people that do love me and support me because I feel like the good outweighs the bad in all honesty. And yeah, I try to pay the hate like no mind. To be honest, like you don't know me. You don't know me at all.
I was going to ask you, like, now that you have had your phone back and have gotten maybe like a brief second in between, like no sleep. I was going to say no sleep club, another club. You haven't.
Girl, I haven't. I'm not outside. I'm not.
You're sitting.
Girl, I'm sat.
You're like this with your sunglasses. The meme of
no,
you,
Dad,
like,
just sitting.
No, you're not moving. You're not moving. But I was going to ask, like, now that you've gotten to maybe see a couple of like your mentions, like what comments have been like negatively the most shocking to you?
Oh fuck, I really don't pay that shit no mind. The craziest thing I've heard is that people called CPS on me. I was like, are you so serious right now? First of all, my daughter's dad was fully aware of what I was doing. He was fully okay with it. He signed consent. We had that conversation. We're fine. Me going on a show does not make me a bad person. You know how many mothers are, you know, doing tours around the world who are doing all these things and they can't see their kids. It's like, it doesn't make you a bad mom to do something for yourself in that way at all.
Yep. Thank you.
And I'm just like, I don't understand it because it's just like, you guys just have nothing better to do at this point. And, you know, I know that I'm a good mom. I'm with my daughter 24/7. Me and her dad, we split custody. So like, I have her Sunday through Fridays, and then he has her the days that I don't have her. And so I have her majority of the time. I'm with her 24/7. Like I do the pickups and drops offs at school. I pack her lunches. You know, I'm there to give her a pep talk if a kid's being mean to her in class. Like I'm there for her through and through. She tells me about the boys she likes. Like we do the hee ha-haing. Like we put perfume on in the mornings together. We brush our teeth in the same sink, even though I have a double sink. She brushes it in my sink with me every morning. I do her hair every morning. We do outfits together in the morning. Like all of that stuff. Anytime I put a dress on, she's like, you look so beautiful, mommy. Like she's my hype woman. Someone says something mean to me, she's like, don't talk to my mom like that. Mind you, she's 4.
Dude, I mean, I have questions like later on that I want to talk to you about, because that was like a point people were talking about, is like you and your family and all of it. But like, I can imagine coming out of the villa and just as a human being, but most importantly as a mother, understandably, immediately your gut reaction is to address that, because like that's your blood, that's your daughter. Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
The only thing I was worried about as soon as I walked out of that villa was my daughter.
Yeah.
That is the main thing I wanted to address. I could care less about hatred from people. I care more about her safety and if she's okay.
Hidden Valley Ranch now comes in a new easy squeeze bottle. The same ranch you love, just in a new, easier to use bottle. New look, same great flavor. Hidden Valley Ranch is the original ranch, the brand that created ranch in 1954. Recently, Hidden Valley Ranch changed its packaging, moving from the original paddle bottle to new easy squeeze bottle. The new bottle offers a lot of benefits, including making it easier to just get the right amount of ranch out without making a mess and helping you get out every drop. Hidden Valley Ranch is America's #1 ranch. Visit walmart.com/Hidden Valley for a new easy squeeze bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch today. Hidden Valley Ranch, only serious about flavor. Okay. There has been so much conversation about your character, how you treated other islanders, whether or not your behavior was toxic. And we are going to get into all of it tonight. But I think in order to have like an actual productive conversation, I want to get to know you a little bit better before we get to your Love Island days. Okay. So let's go back. I want to talk to you about your childhood.
Yes.
What was it like in your house growing up?
So growing up, so my parents, they immigrated to America and got their citizenship. And my dad, he had his own business, and my mother, she was a teacher. And, you know, we weren't like fortunate as kids. Like my mother and father had 5 kids. So it's like, and they immigrated here, no family, nothing. So I wasn't raised with money. I wasn't raised with that. We played with sticks outside. We didn't have phones till we were like 16, 17. Like, you know, I'm not a, privileged child. I was never that. And growing up, my dad was extremely abusive. He was very abusive, like towards my mother, towards me and my siblings. Like a vivid memory I have as a kid is like, I don't even know how old I was, but I remember hearing my dad like beating the shit out of my mom in the room. And I remember like finally, like I think someone got the door open, and I just remember seeing my mom's face, like her glasses were broken. And then I just see him snatch her head back and slam the door. Like I'm gonna cry. Like that's literally like that was my childhood. Can I get a tissue?
There's a tissue. Let me got you.
Damn, we just started, Alex. Hold on a second.
You're good.
I'm definitely about to start my period. Like, there's no fucking way I'm not.
I'm on mine, so we'll just fucking cry together.
Alex, you're making me sync with you. Should I stuff this one?
Yeah, just put it there.
Okay, so, but yeah, so I grew up in an extremely abusive household. Needless to say, like, I did have a fun childhood, though. I think me and my siblings were extremely close in the midst of the chaos. Like, we were very, very close. My sister, she would get us away from all that. She would like take us on little, we would call it the dinosaur trail. And it was like this dirt road because they were doing construction. Sometimes you would see like deer tracks and whatnot. And like sometimes she would do things to make it look cooler, to make us think there were dinosaurs and stuff. Like that's like the things we would have fun with. We'd go in the creek and we would play in the creek. Like we would do all these things as kids.
And of the 5 kids, where were you in the lineup?
I'm the youngest.
Even in like writing this interview, like I had no fucking idea about anything about you, because there's not anything really on the internet about your life.
They didn't put it on the show either?
No, that you didn't talk about any of this on the show.
Oh, that's crazy.
When you're talking about your dynamic with your parents and specifically your father being abusive, being the youngest, because I can imagine you're talking about your sister kind of like being the one that's getting you guys out of the house. But how do you think being the youngest in an abusive household impacted your personal development?
I think I was a lot more persuasive. being a lot younger. So I was a lot more persuasive in terms of like giving me sweets and like buying me things and, you know, doing things towards me and hurting me and then saying, oh, here's this, or like doing things and, you know, saying, you know, I'll go take you here if, you know, whatever. And that happened to me a lot as a child as well. Like, and then at one point, you know, when my parents separated, I was in like the 4th grade, I believe. And my mom, I remember when my dad was at work, we packed up everything and we left. And my mom, she got it. We lived in like this 2-bed, 1-bath apartment that was like, I think it's like $600 rent, I'm pretty sure. No washer and dryer. We would go to the laundromat. Like, me and all my sisters were in a room. My brother was in his own room. My mom slept on the couch. It wasn't even a couch. It was when you know those outdoor like futon things?
Yeah.
Outdoor like
Yeah,
futon things?
Yeah.
And they have like the wooden railing things on them. And then like, it's like just a cushion. That's what my mom would sleep on every single night. Because she didn't want to take a bedroom.
What was the breaking point for her to get you guys out?
I'm not 100% sure exactly what her breaking point was.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it possibly could be her support system on the people on the outside that saw this happening.
Do you have a relationship with your father? Do you speak to him?
I haven't talked to my dad in 8 years. Yeah, I stopped talking to him when I was 16. There's a really valid reason as to why I'm not speaking to him. My dad there was a lot of times where I was alone with my dad, and there's things that like my family doesn't believe me about. Tissue. So damn, girl, you got me crying on the show. I know that friggin' period is coming and it's on its way to us very soon.
Period or not, Huda, like this is some
girl, trust me, when I was with the psychologist, I like talked to her about all these things and I was just crying. Cause it's like you relive it when you talk about it. Ooh, hold on.
Take your time.
So anyway, there's a lot of things that happen. I don't want to go like too much into detail. Yeah. But I kept a lot of things to myself, and then there was a point where I got really scared, and I remember calling my mom and just telling like, please pick me up, like please pick me up. And she was like, what's wrong? Like, I can't, I have to get you tomorrow. Like she was working like 3-4 jobs. This woman would not sleep. She would sleep like 3-4 hours, and we would never really see her as much because she was working all the time. We would eat frozen food and Wendy's, and she's like, I can't. I was crying. I was like, please pick me up. I would lock myself in the bathroom. My dad went in his office and was like working, and I like tiptoed out when she was there, and I like grabbed my things and I like tiptoed past his office because the floor would creak sometimes. So I was so scared, and so I tiptoed out and I like closed the door really quietly, and I just told her, I was like, please go, please go, please go. Like I was like, please get out, like get me out of here. And to this day, like I don't think anyone in my family believes anything that I say about that.
Why?
I have no idea. Maybe it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
But I just accepted that I know what was going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had listened to like podcasts about certain things leading up to a lot with my dad. And it made me realize like, I don't want to say grooming, but like there's a lot of things that were happening. You know, I don't know. My dad hasn't remarried, nothing. Like I have no idea the reasonings behind it. So I never really had a father figure growing up in that way, at all.
What was school like for you during all of this?
I always got bullied in school. I think I always was just like unapologetically myself, and that didn't resonate with a lot of people.
Seems like a theme in your life, Huda, that we're gonna get to.
Trust me, there was a lot of things that triggered me in that villa. I will be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
And things that I caught and was clocking and was told that I was being crazy. But I don't know if anything was done on purpose to make me act out in a way. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I got bullied in school. When I was in middle school, there was a point where like I wanted to take my own life. I did not want to live anymore. Girls, I remember I was friends with these girls, and then like I think it was like two of them I was friends with, two or three of them, and one of them was a new girl. And mind you, I was friends with the other girls. We were all fine. And then the new girl comes and she's like, does modeling and she does all of these things. And like, I'm just this girl who loves to sing. And she knew I like my dream. I used to watch America's Next Top Model growing up. Like I wanted to model so bad growing up. And, I realized I was too short. Like I was like, this is not going to happen for me. But I was always a dream of mine. And like, she knew that. And she would kind of rub it in my face and would be like, oh, you're not even pretty enough to do that. You're not skinny enough. You're not this. I stopped eating for days at a time. Like, I remember my math teacher, she would literally be like, how do you need to eat? Like, you need to eat something. Like, I would never eat anything. I was bulimic. Like, I would literally chew food and then spit it into a trash can just to taste it because I thought I wasn't skinny enough.
And did anyone in your life, like your mom or your older sister, did anyone know you were going through this?
I didn't say anything. And like these girls would push me into lockers, throw food on me. Specifically that one girl, she would do that, and other girls would just hee hee ha ha. Kids would harass me in school. They would I remember this one kid who was on the football team, he would grab my ass, he would like pin me against the wall in middle school. People would make racial comments about me, call me a terrorist. This stuff happened to me my childhood. And leading into like high school, like I had always felt like I got left out of things throughout school. Like in high school, I remember people tried to start bullying me again. I think at that point, before that I had begged God. I was like, please, 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 like please, please get rid of these girls for me. Please, like make this easier for me. Like give me a fresh start, please. To both of the girls, they moved away. And I had a chance at a fresh start. And, everyone in school like kind of knew what people were doing. I mean, at least as far as I knew. And I remember someone tried to make a terrorist comment towards me in high school, and I shut that shit down immediately. I was like, I'm going to turn a new leaf and just nip it in the bud. And I did. I nipped it in the bud, and no one said anything about it again. And I remember I was friends with these group of girls in school, and I had always felt left out in things because my mom was really strict on me. Like, she wouldn't let me go to sleepovers. She wouldn't let me go out. Like, she didn't even want me to go to, like, I think we had this thing called, like, tea dance. Like, she didn't want me to do any of those things. I had to beg her to go to prom. And, like, when I felt left out in things with those friend groups, because they would be like, oh, she can't even go anyway. But it's like, just ask me if I can. Like,
right. Like just give me like a
let
bone
me feel a little bit
like,
included.
Yeah.
I didn't have a phone either. And then I finally got a phone. Like, they kind of like, they made me get Instagram. They're like, you need to make an Instagram. You need to make Instagram. I'm like, okay. So I started doing Instagram stuff. And like, I started gaining followers for like my singing videos and things like that. It was a fun moment for me. But in turn, people in school were like, she's so full of herself. She's so cocky. Like, who does she think she is? And, with that friend group that always left me out, I think there was one point where I was sitting with them at the lunch table and I was just like, the girls were laughing about something and I really didn't find it funny. I have a unique sense of humor, I feel like, and sometimes people don't understand it, but like, there's some things I really don't find funny. And, I'm sitting there and these girls are like, hee hee hawing, like laughing. And I'm just sitting there just like with a straight face, just kind of like wondering like how that is even funny. And they looked at me and they're just like, Huda, like, why are you not laughing? Like, what is it? And I was like, honestly, I don't think any of you guys are really funny. And I really don't want to be friends with you guys. And I got up and I just walked away. And since then, I would go into this dressing room thing that had little mirrors around it. I would practice dance. I used to be a dance captain. I practiced hip hop in there. Was I the number one person in the world? No, but I was still learning. And I would sing in there. I would practice like my acapella stuff in there. I would practice. I was a theater kid. I did a lot of musical theater. Like, I practiced all of these things in there by myself. Free period, I'm going to that room and I'm practicing. That's all I would do.
Just even like hearing you explain, I feel like at such a young age, you were getting it from every fucking angle and there was nowhere to go but rely on yourself. Like, you talking about being in your household, looking at your mom being physically abused, then it turning to you, being alone with your father in this moment where you're like scared for your life and you're trying to flee a situation that should be the one place you do feel safe. Then you go to school where maybe it's like, let's get some reprieve. Maybe the kids at school can make me forget about my home life. And then you're getting it from your school life and your peers. And it's like, I can't help but think like what that young version of you how do you not put up this hard wall? How do you not become this person that, like you just said, the minute they made a joke about you and they came at you and they tried to make a racial comment to make you feel less than, one day you decide to be like, no, fuck that. But how many days prior were you crying in the bathroom, sitting alone, crying about it? Like, it's so sad to think about you developmentally, how you had to turn from this like soft loving girl to then like you needed to create this hard exterior literally just to survive. Like, what do you wish you could go back and tell yourself, like sitting here right now with all of this success in like the darkest moments of your life where you mentioned like it got to the point where you literally didn't want to be here anymore?
Fuck him. Fuck him. Like, who gives a fuck? Be yourself. Do what you want to do in life. And this is what I tell my daughter all the time. I'm like, do what you want to do. Stop caring about what other people think. Because there's times where kids will be mean to her. And I'm just like, honey, like, you're so smart and you're beautiful. And, you know, you're fun. You're funny. Anyone would hate on somebody like that.
We all know that you are a mommy, mamacita.
Mama?
Mamacita.
I became a child.
Like, you saw that? Were you like,
I died.
how is this the most viral thing
I
fucking
died. I
said?
was like, this is the most viral thing I said is that I'm a mommy. Like you know what's funny? Me and Nick like barely remember that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember going into it. I remember I was like, me and Nick were very like goofy people.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't take shit seriously in conversations when we talk. And, you know, like there's times where we try to be serious, but always ends off on a funny note. And in that conversation, I remember I wanted to bring it up to him, but because of our nature and like the way we are, I was like, I can't sit here and be serious towards him.
Right, like, Nick, I have
Like,
a big
listen,
thing
Nick,
to tell you.
I'm so sorry, but like this is so serious, and
Or you're gonna fuck around.
I am a mother, and I really want you to understand. Like I didn't want to do that. I'd be like, guess what? Like, because that's how we are. Me and him were goofy as shit.
But the point I was bringing that up for is you are a mother. You have a daughter, a gorgeous daughter.
Thank you.
How did you meet her dad?
Tinder.
Stop. Oh my God, you need to do like your first brand deals with Tinder.
Listen, it may not always work out, but you might have a fun time. Like literally. So we
dead.
So we met on there. I remember I was like 18.
Okay.
And I think this is the first time I ever moved out of my mother's house because I was just sick of being controlled at that time. You know, everyone's rebellious. You're getting controlled your whole life. You're told you can't go on sleepovers. You're told you can't do X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. It's like, finally, I'm 18. I'm legally, I have freedom. I can do whatever I want to do. And I moved out. I was living with these two other girls. And I decided, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to whoever I want to talk to. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do this. I had my fun when I was 18. And I think that's why I'm like not really big on like going out now. Like,
You're like, I did it.
I did the thing.
That was enough.
You know the thing?
Yeah.
I did it.
You did that. Okay, wait. How would you describe your early stages of that relationship with him?
We were very lovey. We got very lovey very fast. Very lovey-dovey. Like, I really liked him a lot. And for me, I always tell people, I'm like, you can always tell when I really like somebody and when I really don't. You can always tell. It's like 0 to 100. Like you can 100. I can't lie. I cannot lie.
I know you told us you're sitting there with the girls and you're like, you're not funny.
No.
Literally.
Like, I can't sit here and act like I like you when I don't. I can't be fake. Like if I sit here, I'm just like, oh my God, like I love you.
You're like fuck off.
No, I'm like, can you just leave me the fuck alone, please? Like, get away from me. Like,
So you really, really liked him.
I did.
Off
I really,
the
really
jump.
liked him off the jump. Like we were very, very close, very fast. But in that, he did cheat on me, you know, and that doesn't make him a bad person. He just made bad decisions.
Okay, wait. Before you got pregnant, did you guys have conversations about like what you wanted your future to look like together?
We obviously wanted to move in together. The goal was marriage. Like that was always a thing. Like we were very locked in with each other at that time. We would always, I mean, a lot of the videos got out. Like we made so many cute videos together. We would go to the beach 1,000,000 times together.
Can you take me to the moment when you found out that you were pregnant?
Bitch, girl. I remember this was after he cheated on me when I was in Puerto Rico. I was in Puerto Rico with my sister for the first time ever.
Okay.
First time ever on vacation with her. You know, first major vacation. I was really excited. It was a good time until it wasn't. And then I remember, you know, I had his location. And at this time, hell yeah, when someone's cheating on you multiple times, you're going to get a little toxic and go a little crazy. And I'm checking that man's location like nobody's business on this vacation. Because he cheated on me so many times. But I was naive. I was naive at that time. I took him back a million fucking times.
Okay, I do want to emphasize you were 18 at 18.
Exactly. This is like what? Like 6 years ago?
I know. But now we do got to get better. But I agree.
I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I don't even care. Like, no. Now, girl, guys have given me the location. I forget that I have it.
Okay, perfect.
Like,
you're too tired.
I'm tired, Grandpa. Like, I don't want to do that shit, man.
Okay, so you're 18. You're getting toxic because he's cheated a couple times, and you're like, "I'm on to you, motherfucker." I'm in Puerto Rico. What happens,
girl? So I'm looking through, seeing where this man is going, right? And I remember there was one night particularly, he was not answering the phone, and I was just like, okay, this man is up to something. I was like, he has to be cheating on me because that was the only logical answer. And to my surprise, he was cheating on me. So I was like, okay, cool. Great. So I remember I was just going off on him because he was not answering his phone. He was at this random house. And we had to talk because he wouldn't let me go to clubs or anything. Oh. And I wasn't like allowed to go to parties. I had lost a lot of my friends at the time because like every time I would hang out with him, he would like blow up my phone. And, mind you, I feel like I blew up his phone too. Like, it's not like it was just him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing shit too.
There was a cycle that was being created.
Yeah, it was a very toxic relationship. And basically he was at this house. I'm calling. He's not answering. Then I see his car leaving early in the morning, like just leaving that house. He's calling me. He's like, I just got a ticket. Like, I'm late to work. I just got a ticket. I'm just like, where were you? I was home. This is when he was in the barracks in the military. And so you told me he was in the barracks. Brother, did you forget I had your location? Like,
I've been tracking your house like my Uber Eats order.
Literally, I'm like, bestie girl, I'm on like a hawk. Like, I'm looking at your ass going.
You're zooming.
You're going 71 miles per hour. It's back down to 60. Like, I'm looking at the whole shebang. like,
I know what route you took. Okay?
Literally, I know the way you go home from work. Like, I saw the whole thing. But no, I'm just kidding. But like, I was just like, all right. You definitely weren't home. I'm not crazy. I'm texting his friend. His friend, I guess, told me, he said that he slept at his place, like his friend's place in like the barracks room.
Yeah.
And then I asked him where he slept last night. He slept in his own room. So the math wasn't mathing.
You're like, one of you is fucking lying, you idiot.
In the middle of this conversation, I get a DM. Hey, girly. I was like, be so for real. My intuition never lies. No. I'm like, oh my God. I looked at that shit. I was like, wow. I got pictures of them in bed together.
No.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Not the hey girly.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah. Then that whole thing happened. Then he was like, said a lot of things to convince me to take him back, which I did. And I was naive.
I get it. Anyone that's judging didn't have one of those first true, like, so madly in love toxic relationships.
Everyone has one.
I had one and it was horrible, and it fucks you up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's intoxicating because when you're in love for the first time, you don't really understand anything else.
I never had a good example growing up. Like, I never had anyone to guide me in that way at all. I thought, man, when I became 18. And mind you, I didn't have my first kiss until after high school. I didn't have sex until after high school. Like, I thought it was like a fairy tale. I thought it was like Disney. Swear to God, I'm watching all these things. I'm watching all these Disney movies, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, it's gonna be like that. And he's gonna look at me from a costume and be like, hey, like, I'm thinking it's like gonna be some cute lovey shit. Bitch, when I lost my virginity, and that man was sleeping with one of the girls who bullied me in school, I was like, be so for real. This shit is not what I thought it was.
You're like, this is a horror movie.
Dead ass. Dead ass.
What is this shit?
Literally.
Dude, you had a rude awakening coming.
Literally. I know I haven't gone on the pregnant topic yet. But
okay, yeah, we're getting there.
Sorry, I have ADHD.
I won't let you forget.
Thanks, Queen.
How the fuck did you find out you're pregnant?
Okay, so after that happened, I remember we were all hanging out, like having a little party, whatever. I remember I was going up the stairs, and I remember me and his friends crossed paths. I remember I was lit as shit this time. And I was just like, I looked at his friend, I was like, I think I'm pregnant. And he looked at me and he was just like, no. And I was like, yeah. He's like, no. And then I remember I had eaten Taco Bell and I threw that shit up everywhere. And then this is also when I found out I was allergic to Tylenol. So I took a Tylenol and I found I was allergic to that. So that was another thing. I had a fever after that. Not a good time. Morning sickness plus a fever, not great. So anyway, after that, we were going home and I was like, okay, we need to buy a plan B. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go buy plan B. We go to Walmart. Okay. We go to Wally World. And I was like, all right, let's go buy plan B. We're going to the thing. I'm looking at the pregnancy test. I'm like, do you think we should buy a pregnancy test? He's just like, why? I was like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like we should buy one. And he was just like, okay, but why? I was like, okay, well, we're not really rich right now. I was like, the plan B is more expensive than the pregnancy test. Imagine if I'm pregnant, we can just return the plan B. So that was my logic. I was like, all right. And I go in the Walmart bathroom and I pee on this stick. I put it back in the box and I walk out and he's just like, what did it say? I'm like, I don't know yet. It's still developing. He's like, okay. We walk to the car. We get in the car. We sit down. He's like, all right, you want to open it? I was like, yeah. Open that shit. Pregnant. I said, oh. We started crying. We was in shock. I was in shock. I was crying. I was like, what do I do? I'm talking to my best friend. I'm like, girl, what do I do? And she's just like, do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel is right, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And long story short, we kept breaking up and getting back together. He deployed. We kept fighting the entire time. He still was talking to other girls. Like, it was like a whole thing. And yeah, that was the story of how I found out I was pregnant.
How did your family react?
So I actually kept it from my mom for like 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Kept it from everybody for 3 or 4 months. I didn't know how to do this at all. I didn't even know I was supposed to go to the doctors. I didn't know anything. No one taught me anything. So I didn't know what to do. And I just kept her growing inside of me. I didn't go to an OBGYN. I didn't go to anything. I just was pregnant. And I didn't get checked at all, nothing. And I remember, I think like 3 or 4 months in, I was getting a little bit bigger. We would go to the grocery store, me and my mom, and like, I would be craving things. And she kind of looks and she's like, moms know. So I remember there was one time I was in my room, and this is back when I moved back in with her. And I was in my room and she came to like give me a hug. She said something and like I hugged her. I'm a big hugger. She came and gave me a hug. And then she goes, you're getting chunky, like chubby, like you're getting a little chubby. And I'm just like, oh shit. Like, I have to tell her.
You got to tell her.
And I'm sitting in my room just like contemplating. I'm like, fuck, like, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm like, mom, she was cooking. I was like, mom, I have something to tell you. I was like, can you please come to the room? And she walks to my room and then she sits down on the bed and I'm like, mom, I was like, I did something bad. And my mom is extremely religious. She's Muslim, so she's extremely religious. I was like, I did something bad. And she's just like, did you hurt somebody? I said, no. Did you do drugs? No. She's like, just was listening to things. She's like, did you do this? I'm like, no. And she goes, are you pregnant? And I just start crying. And she sat there and she looked at me. She goes, don't sin twice. And that's when I knew I was going to keep my daughter. And yeah, that's the story of how I told my mom.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how did you decide to end that relationship? On, off again, toxic, while you're pregnant, then you have your daughter. Like, when did you end it and how did you end it with him?
So we were together. We moved in together after having her. And then I think like less than a year. I'm not pretty sure how long it was after we moved in together. But I remember there was a lot of things that bothered me in the relationships. Like when my daughter was an infant, like firstborn, I was breastfeeding at the time, and yeah, I was a stay-at-home mother, but I was with her 24/7, never sleeping. And if I got up, she would cry and cry. And it's to the point where when your kid has like colic, you just don't want to hear crying anymore. Like it's like you don't want her to cry. So you will sit there and not eat so she doesn't cry. You will sit there and not shower for days so she doesn't cry. Your
daughter had colic?
Mm-hmm.
And can you just really make sure everyone understands what that is, just in case they don't know?
So it's like when kids, like they cry for no really apparent reason. Like you can do anything and they will not stop crying. And some mothers go crazy with it. Like I had to keep my cool the whole time. I would just cry because I couldn't do anything. And like one time my mom, she was just like, just sit her in the room, walk out for 5 minutes. She can cry, just come back and just like collect herself a little bit. And like when she would cry in the middle of the night, like I understand he was in the military and he worked a lot, but it's like, this is a team effort. And, being a mom is a full-time job. Like, you're with her 24/7. And like in the middle of the night, we were supposed to do shifts. Like if like I had to change a diaper, then it was his turn, then it was my turn. Sometimes he would do it, but a lot of the time it would be like, hey, like I would wake up to her crying. I'm like, hey, can you come on? Like, can you help me? Can you help me? And he was just like, you do it. And so I would get up and go do it. And, in times like when he would come home, it was like, oh, let me shower first and I'll make you something to eat. Oh, can I play this video game real quick and then I can make you something to eat? And, or like, I'll be like, can you take her so I can do this? Hold on, let me shower. And mind you, he was a great dad still. He still did good things. Like, he still spent time with her. He still was fun with her and stuff like that. But I think a lot of the hardships were on me. And, that's also why, like, on the show, like, the baby thing, that triggered the fuck out of me.
Let's get to that because we're going to get to Love Island. I want to go through that.
Okay,
but
yeah, cool.
So you ended up just realizing this person, it just wasn't going to work romantically.
It wasn't going to work romantically. There was a point where, he wasn't very good with his finances. And I was just kind of like realizing what I really wanted in a man because I was getting older. I was getting less naive. But yeah, so then during that time, like, he wasn't really good with his finances and we were always late on bills, late on everything. I would do Instacart with my daughter, which is dangerous. I would do Instacart with her and bring her with me to do that because we were so broke. And I would give him all the money that I would make from that. And we were still late on rent. And I remember there was a time where he was like leaving for, I think, training or deployment or something. And we had like 30 days, less than 30 days actually, to move out. And we had to find a new place. I have never found a place before. I had never done anything like that before. Nothing was packed. I had to do everything. And I pack everything. I'm trying to get like some of his friends to help me. Like, I hired people to help me move. Like, I was doing everything by myself. I was losing my mind trying to find a place, like losing my mind. And I finally found one, like literally like 2 or 3 days before I had to move out. And I moved everything in. I put his stuff in the storage room. I left it there. I told him, I said, listen, when you get back, like, you have 2 weeks and that's it. Because what kind of man leaves you with all of that?
A boy.
So I wanted better for myself.
Yeah.
I knew my potential as a woman. I knew my potential in life. And I knew what I wanted to do with my life and what I wanted in life. And I wasn't going to settle.
Nor should you ever. But I can only imagine like the complexity of having a child, but it seems like in a beautiful way, you finally hit that point where you just started to choose yourself. Mm-hmm. And it was probably the best decision you could have made,
100%.
But it's so fucking hard to leave.
It was hard to leave. I remember I would cry every day, every single day.
It's easier to stay sometimes.
I would cry every day by myself. He wouldn't know I was crying every day, but I would cry every day. And I would say, I hate my life. I don't want this. Like, I don't want to be with him. Like, I was losing my mind and I was trying to figure out how I could leave and what I could do to leave. I didn't know what to do. Like, we weren't even kissing anymore.
And when this ended, around how old were you? 22, 21?
21-ish.
21?
Yeah, about 21.
Okay, so now you're 24, right?
Almost 21, I think.
Okay. So now you're 24 and you have all of this going on in your life. And then fast forward, this little show comes along called Love Island and you decide to go on reality TV.
In our hectic, fast-paced lives, we could use some slowing down. Haagen-Dazs is made to be savored and enjoyed slowly. Introducing new Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones, a completely new experience that's worth slowing down for. Daddy gang, you've never had cones like this before, okay? They'll take crunch to a whole new level. Each crispy waffle cone is filled with the velvety smooth ice cream that Haagen-Dazs is known and loved for. Then it's finished with delicious toppings and a decadent bite of sauce waiting for you at the bottom of the cone, okay? Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones come in 4 delicious flavors: vanilla salted caramel, summer berry, triple chocolate fudge, and toasted almond fudge. Boom. Sign me up. You guys know that I have the most hectic days at the office. So when I get home, I love to grab a little treat, toss my phone away, and take a minute to myself. These cones are a must-have in my freezer. I'm obsessed with the summer berry flavor. It's fruity and it's sweet. And seriously, it always hits the spot. It's the perfect way to end a long, 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 stressful day. Ice cream just always hits the spot for me, and these Haagen-Dazs cones are truly the perfect treat. Savor your moment of slow with new Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones available at retailers nationwide. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by White Claw. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're way too hot to be spending the summer sitting inside scrolling on your phone. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop letting plans die out in the group chat. Grab a White Claw and go make some memories, okay? Whether you're yapping poolside, hitting a barbecue, or just kicking back around a fire, a cold White Claw goes perfectly with your summer plans. That's right, Daddy Gang. It is White Claw summer. 100 calories in 12 glorious ounces, gluten-free, and the taste you know and love. I like to pick up a variety pack so that I can guarantee everyone can get their favorite flavors. I am personally through and through always a black cherry girl, but Matt loves the mango and Lauren's favorite is lime. So there's truly something for everyone. It's time to come out of hibernation and stop leaving everyone on red. We're finding a guy with a boat and we're having a damn drink. My friends and I strictly drank White Claw for an entire girls' trip last year, and now I can't even smell sunscreen without being reminded of that trip. It was honestly the best time ever. There is nothing better than warm sun, a tiny bikini, tiny bikini, and an ice cold claw in your hand. That is peak life. Pick up a pack from your favorite local spa and grab life by the claw with your favorite flavor this summer. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer works. Chicago, Illinois. Tell me how the fuck that came to be. Because I'm literally like, holy shit, dude. Like, just
Curveball.
Let's just all pause for a minute. Hearing the beginning half of your fucking life, dude, and then to where you're sitting right now, I know we have a lot of shit to go through. I know we have so much to talk about of what the way the internet feels about how you acted and all these things. But like, this is the shit of why I love doing my job, because it's like, we know none of this. We've known none of this. We didn't know about your childhood. And I understand Love Island's not the platform to like be talking about this kind of shit. But when we're judging so intensely someone on reality TV, there's 19 million more chapters that we weren't privy to. And so I appreciate you even opening up a little bit today, because I know there's so much more to these stories and we're getting a preview. But thank you for sharing, because it does give a lot of insight into now what we are about to talk about.
Thank you for asking.
Of course.
Like,
okay, Love Island. How did this come to be?
So I always wanted to do the show. I was always a dream of mine to do the show. I just never knew if I was going to. I remember like when I would go, sometimes I would go on like TikTok live with like at the time, because I was doing social like gym content a lot of times. So I would go on, you know, live sometimes and just talk about gym stuff. And like everyone kept saying like, because sometimes I would say stories like about my dating life, because it's fun, like to talk about it. And I would tell people about my dating life, but everyone's like, you should go on Love Island. I could so see you on Love Island. You should do Love Island. Everyone's pushing me, but like, you should do Love Island. I was like, okay. I met this guy. That's how it all starts. I met this guy, and he knew that I wanted to do Love Island. And it ended up being just like a really toxic thing where it was like, he was not at all who I thought he was. He ended up trying to like rub in my face, so they reached out to him. And because he knew I wanted to do it. And then I was like, he might do it. Why the fuck can't I do it? Because he told me it was dumb. So I was like, why the fuck can't I do it? You're rubbing it in my face. So I said, fuck it. I'll apply. I applied traditionally. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I did. And then I think like a month later or something, I had gotten reached out to. I got reached out to shortly after that. But about a month later, I had my interview. Did that. Months later, another interview. Then I think it was like the final point where I met the producers. Since then, every week, like multiple interviews a week, multiple things that I had to do. Then I remember I flew to Fiji, and I manifested this shit, bitch. I'm just like positive. I'm always trying to stay positive, even though regardless of how negative that situation was, like I was staying positive, and I was like, I'm going to have this. And I would speak it into existence. Like, this is going to be my reality. I'm going to have this. This is what I'm going to do. And I was like, I kept telling myself, like, I'm going to be an OG. I'm going to be an OG. I kept telling myself that. I was like, I'm going to be an OG. And I remember I came to Fiji, they flew me out, and, you know, I had done all the interviews and whatnot and like all the filming prep work and whatever. And they're like, this doesn't guarantee you're on the show still. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I have anxiety. I'm just like, I like to know things before they happen. And I'm sitting there and then I get told, we want you in the first lining, like the first lineup. I was just like, my jaw on the floor, like on the fucking floor, bitch. That shit was catching, that flies were flying in that hoe. And I was like, holy shit, my manifestations are coming true. And I get on the show, doing the whole thing. I think I had a lot of luck on that show in terms of how long I stayed. And I think that whole show is really luck. A lot of it is luck. America's Voting, luck. Like, it's luck. How they perceive you, luck.
Okay. Well, we're going to go back to the fucking beginning.
Let's go.
Because I didn't watch all these episodes for nothing, bitch.
Come on,
okay? And you didn't live it for
Let's
nothing.
do it, boom, chicken boom.
Okay. Day 1, couple up with Jeremiah.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of this man?
So when we first saw each other, I remember I thought everyone was really attractive. When he came in, I could just, when you can just tell when a guy really likes you, the way they look at you.
Yes.
I remember I was like, I went to go hug him and like I tripped backwards and he like pulled me in and that like stuck with me. And I was like, it's like a movie. I was like, love it. My childhood dreams are coming true. I remember in that point, and then, we, kissed in the heart thing, and, he kissed a girl on the cheek, and I was like, like, why would a man not do that for me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, period. Like, we love that. Everyone's like, do you not think it's a red flag? I'm like, damn, like, is that a red flag? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, am I tripping here? Because I'm so used to getting love bombed. At that point, when everyone's like pointing out to me, they're like, do you not think that's a red flag? And I'm sitting there in beach and I'm just like, am I being love bombed? Like, is this not real? I'm like, is this like, am I tripping?
How would you describe your guys' dynamic in the first 24 hours? That first 24 hours off the rip.
Me and Jeremiah?
Yes.
Oh, lovey-dovey as fuck. Like, he was so into me. I was so into him. Like, even on chill days, like, we would always, like, blow kisses from across the room. Like, we would look at each other and be like, and, like, we would get yelled at, be like, stop interacting with each other. Like, we would do all those little hearts to each other, like, blow kisses. Like, we would sneak in the hallway to kiss each other, and, like, we would get in trouble. Like, we would do those things all the time. Like, we would kiss each other all over each other's faces and whatnot. It's very physical.
So you intentionally decided that you wanted to wait to tell Jeremiah about your daughter. Why was waiting important to you?
So I felt like in the dating world, in the real world, I think that people don't really see me as a person and like get to know me fully. I think immediately it's like mom, and you're just like, oh, she's a mom, she's a mom, she's a mom. I'm more than just a mom. Like, I'm Huda. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to me than just that. And I was taking this opportunity as a way for people to get to know me first, to decide if they liked me, and then go from there. There's people that have mom fetishes and shit all the time. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to let them get to know me first. And I said this on the show. I don't know if it was ever shown. I haven't watched it back. But like, I said all of these things.
One of the things that people online have kind of accused you of being slightly manipulative by hiding that part of your life from Jeremiah. Did you feel like you were leading him on and kind of setting him up to fail by keeping this from him?
Not necessarily. Whenever we would have conversations and stuff, and I felt like he was liking me more and more and more as a person, I was like, okay, I can tell he really likes me, so I think this is the right time to tell him. I was terrified to tell him.
Why?
Because I really liked him. I was so scared. Like, I was like, what is he gonna do? Like, I hope he reacts well. I didn't want him to freak out. To be continued. But like, I was just but yeah, so I was just like, okay, I want it to be the right time to tell him. And I did bring it to his attention and we talked about it. I freaking stuttered a lot of the time I said it because I was so nervous. Like, I was so scared to tell him. And yeah, I told him. He told me, he was like, honestly, I find it more attractive than your mom, da 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 da. Did I fully believe him? No. But I told him, I made sure to mention him. I was like, listen, if I'm telling you this, but you do not have to stay with me. I made it very clear. I was like, you do not have to be with me. It is okay for you not to want to be with me. Like, I just wanted to bring this to our attention. Like, if you want to go explore, like, by all means, just let me know. Because I really like you. And, clearly, like, we both really like each other. But if this is a deal breaker for you, just let me know. He's, like, reassuring me, like, no, like, it's more attractive to me than your mom. Like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And, I'm letting him know, like, you can leave if you want to. And there's times where I brought that up to him when I could tell he was kind of switching the way he would treat me after I told him. And he would get defensive and be like, I can make my own decisions. I know what I want to, like, I can do that.
A huge debate on the internet is whether Jeremiah was the victim of Hurricane Huda or if you were the victim of Jeremiah's love bombing. Just if you had to give your immediate reaction, what is your answer?
I think that we both had faults in the relationship. Like, I don't think that anyone should fully take blame for anything, in all honesty.
Jealousy was a theme throughout you and Jeremiah's relationship. In the second episode, he was convinced that you got up to kiss someone during the blindfold challenge. And he was like, convinced. He kept asking you, and you were like, I swear to you, I didn't. He made you pinky promise, the whole thing. What red flags, if any, did that raise for you, or did that not freak you out?
You know, it's so weird. I think I'm such a person where it's like I love giving reassurance, and I love making sure people are okay. And in that moment, I was like, oh my god, like, are you okay? Like, are you good? Like, are you okay? Like, I don't want you to feel, you know, like I'm gonna do something to you. Like, are you, like, I promise I'm not gonna hurt you. Like, and I just wanted to make sure he was okay. Like, take care of him in that moment.
Do you see though that it's day 2 and you guys already having that level where it's like you're not closed off and you having to reassure him that you didn't kiss someone else? Like, that's fast.
Yeah. We moved fast.
Okay.
We did.
You spoke about how you like when guys are obsessed with you. How do you tell the difference between when that is healthy and then when that can lead to being problematic?
I think that, especially on the show, I think I've learned a lot more about how to differentiate the two. But I think there's a point of like obsession where it's like I've had moments in the past where like people are like, should I move to North Carolina? Should I stay here and not move to another city? Like, should I? And you know, past me might have been like, oh my god, he likes me a lot. Like, wow. And another part would be like, that's really crazy. Like, that's insane. Like, don't do that. When I say like being obsessed with me, it's more so like, okay, I like a man who like wants to hug me and like physical affection and stuff like that. I like a man who's like, no, like I want to make sure I'm taking her to do this and I want to make this little cute thing that's thoughtful for her and I want to do this for her. I want her to be happy and I want to show that I really like her.
Now looking back in those very early days, what red flags do you think you missed from Jeremiah?
Damn, I gotta reel it back. Shit, there's so much that has happened in that villa. It's like,
I know.
I mean, honestly, the whole thing with you told me the kissing thing.
Yeah.
Like, the people brought that to my attention. Like, that is a red flag. You know, just like from what I've seen is like when I'm having conversations with other people, like he's looking over too. Like, see things like that. You know, when, for example, before Pepe walked in, he was like, I'm not gonna be intimidated unless he's like a 6'3", like buff guy. Like, I'm not gonna be intimidated at all. Then Pepe walks in and now it's like when he found out Pepe didn't really like me, that's why he befriended Pepe. And to make sure, like, that's what the guys would do. They would befriend each other so hard. I never had a shot. Like, it was not fair, like, at all. And now it's bro code. And I clocked all this shit. There's so much stuff that I clocked that proved me right when I saw, like, little edits and shit. I was like, oh my God, I wasn't crazy. Like, I wasn't losing my mind here. Girl, when the whole Iris thing happened, I think I was working out with Pepe and Hannah. And, like, at this time, I wasn't with Jeremiah. I wasn't with him. I remember he was in the kitchen. And I could just feel this man staring. Like, I could see him staring because Pepe was like helping me with my weights and stuff. And I could see this man staring from the kitchen. Like, I'm just like, I know he's looking at me right now. He does that.
Yeah.
He would do that.
Okay, whenever a new bombshell came into the villa and wanted to explore with Jeremiah, you had pretty intense reactions.
Yeah.
Even though you guys weren't technically closed off.
Yep.
Why were you getting so territorial?
I think because I was scared because of everyone doubting us in general. And it made me wonder, like, okay, what is he saying? And I'm like, should I be more possessive of this man? Like, should I mark my territory here? And, you know, I like, because he told me, like, you know, we're technically exploring the people, but, like, you're the only person I want, like, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, let me make it clear that, like, we only want each other, but, like, we're still open to exploring other people.
That's interesting. Okay, so basically you're trying to say you were feeling like other people were questioning you guys, so you thought
so much throughout the villa.
So you wanted to lean in more to prove like, no, look, we're good and we like each other, and you're almost like putting up a bigger facade. Not that it's fake, but it's like, let's play it up a little bit so they really believe us because we do like each other.
Yeah. I mean, there was even times where, I don't know if any of this was shown, like, for example, like me and Amaya, we're besties now. But like back then, I thought, because I heard that the bombshells watch before they come in, I thought that she knew me and Jeremiah were so like lovey-dovey. and she did that on purpose to piss me off. So at that time, I had thought that she did that to piss me off. So I'm sitting here like, this bitch, like, fuck this girl. Like, she knew that me and him were like all lovey-dovey. Like, how are you gonna fuck with somebody who, like, you know, that is like super close with their person? Like, you're weird as fuck for that. And that's what I thought. And until after she told me, I was like, okay. But then I knew she still wanted to explore him. And then at the time, I was just like, this is just weird. Like, to me, like, it's first bombshell.
Do you think though, Huda, that now looking back,
second bombshell, sorry, second rack of bombshells.
But now looking back at that Amaya moment, like, let's use that as an example. You going and being pissed at Amaya, even if she had watched, that's her job as a bombshell.
And that's what I had to learn. You know what I mean? I had to learn that. Like, it's new. This is not the real world. Like, this is very different. You have to adjust to this shit.
Do you now see how people on the internet could be upset with you, being like, that is like fucked, that you're going at Amaya? It's not Amaya's fault.
No, did they show anything of me saying like,
oh, what?
No, anything of me saying like, okay, oh, I didn't know that you didn't know, blah blah blah.
I don't think we saw that.
Weird.
Okay. At one point,
I'm so sorry. Can I point on something on that last thing?
Yes.
So I was gonna say also at this time as well, that's when all the boys were like pushing Jeremiah, like, go explore, go explore, go explore. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And it made me just be like, damn, like all these boys are encouraging this man to do this. And it's like, damn, you're encouraging him to like leave me, basically. Because none of the guys like liked me, really.
Okay, pause. Why?
Bitch, it beats me. Like, I don't fucking know. And there might be things that I haven't seen that I gotta go look at. But, you know, a lot of the time, like, I feel as though people didn't want me and Jeremiah to be together.
Why? If you had to give your best guess, why do you think people were so upset? And I get, as it got on and it got toxic, fine. People were like, this is fucking up the villa. But the very, very beginning, they did not want this. Why do you think, if you can come up with your best guess?
They have their own narrative on like what to do in Love Island. And like, yes, you're supposed to explore, but if someone wants to lock in, let them lock in. Like, if someone wants to explore, let them explore. Like, let them do whatever they want. It's their own narrative. It's their own life.
They were very fixated on it.
It was a big topic in the villa. Like, everybody only talked about me and Jeremiah.
Especially Ace. He was fixated on you and Jeremiah.
So I've heard.
That is a fucking fact. Like, this man, half the time, I think most of the time I was looking at tweets, people were like, can this man give Shelly half the energy in the beginning days that he's giving Huda and Jeremiah? Like, bro, get in your own relationship. Stop getting in theirs.
I have no
even
idea.
if it's toxic, even if it's whatever, like, let them do their thing before this seeped into affecting the whole villa I'm talking about. We're not there yet. But at one point, Ace literally questioned what happened to you in your past that made you move so quickly in your dating life. Looking back, do you think his concerns were valid, or do you think he was crossing the line?
I think his concerns were valid. I think that, you know, he has a right to ask me these things, which is fine. And like, honestly, I respect people who talk and ask me things. Like, I would rather someone have that conversation with me rather than assume. That's something that would happen a lot in the villa. No one would sit down and ask me, hey, why is it that you do these type of things? And I respect people that do that. In all honesty, I really do.
Can you confirm, was there ever any sexual tension between you and Ace?
Yeah, at one point I liked him. I definitely did. Like, there was a point where I definitely found him attractive. I thought he was really cute. I did not kiss him for nothing. Like,
yeah. Have you seen now the screenshots that people have posted confirming that Ace used to like a lot of your Instagram photos?
So I've seen.
Before you guys even got to the villa.
So I've seen. I've heard excuses. I've seen. That is something where I can't say it's beyond me. That is his own words to be telling. It is beyond me, whether it's AI, whether he blames it on someone else, whether it's whatever, like, it's beyond me. I've heard that he's unliked all of them. Like, I've heard, these are all word of ear. I've only been here for so long. Like, I haven't been able to catch one. I'm trying, bitch.
Okay. Can you clarify for me, how early on were you and Jeremiah intimate?
Oh, damn. I don't even know. Like, honestly, I don't remember.
Okay.
Even when people were saying like, oh, we did shit, like, it was like, you can't fully do shit in there. Like, yeah, we had sex, but it wasn't like full on boo-boo. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
What was that noise you just made?
Boo-boo. Like, there's not full, like, boom chicka boom, the bow chicka bow bow. Like, it wasn't like full, you know.
But you were like, you were intimate pretty early.
Yeah, we were.
How do you think that complicated things, if it did?
I think that you should definitely, from learning from my mistakes, like especially coming out of this, don't do that. That's all I will say. Like, don't do it. Like, that is a no-no. I think that a lot of times when guys end up getting what they want, it changes their character. And
You felt that way?
I did. I don't think I spoke on it, but there's things that I felt a lot in the villa that I never spoke on, but I clocked.
Why?
Because I didn't really have much people to talk to about it. That's why a lot of time, like with psych and stuff, like I would ask for her so I could talk about it.
What did you feel about post being intimate with him? What was the shift?
Like when I would ask him to do like nice things for me, because like a lot of the guys in the villa were doing really cute, thoughtful things for their girls and couples, and they weren't even on the level of like intimacy as we were or anything, and like they weren't saying the things that we were saying to each other. That's why the love bombing, like, hey, you know, you got what you wanted. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, like there was that, and I would ask of things, and like people were always like, Huda, I saw people were saying like, oh, she's so needy, she's so this, she's so that. What does it matter? Say I'm not your cup of tea, don't drink it. Like the fuck.
But I think it's interesting to hear you especially with love bombing, which we'll eventually get to. But you're talking about the phase where you're being lifted up like you're this princess and you're the world and you're his girl and you're all these things, and then you basically get physical and you feel discarded. And it's kind of like I got what I needed. And now I think it's important. I'm not saying everything that you went on to do was correct, but I do think it's good that we're kind of just like walking through slowly, because any woman listening, I hope you haven't experienced it, but I have. So I can sit across from you and say I've been there, where there is this horrible feeling when you realize, oh my God, did he love the chase? And then I gave in and I had sex with him, and now it's not as enticing to him. It's not as interesting. And so you being like, can you just do little cute things for me? You're really just trying to see like,
I was like, damn, it's only physical. Like I was like, fuck. Yeah, you're making me breakfast in the morning, but like sometimes it's more than just breakfast in the morning. And then people are like, oh, you're not doing something for him. I'm not giving wifey shit to men who don't fucking deserve it.
Can you explain Pancake Gate to me?
Bitch. Oh, can I explain this to you though before I do that?
Yes.
So there was times where like I would express to him what I wanted from him, and like I would be like, hey, can you do this for me? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And they would never do it. And it drove me crazy, because it was like every single day I'd be like, hey, like, you know, and it's a lot for me to come up to someone and be like, hey, this is what I want, because I always get scared I'm gonna push them away. And I would say like, hey, you know, and it's one of our conversations we had early on, is like I have a hard time asking for things. And yes, I've done it a lot in the show, but it's like, it's because I'm getting out of my fucking comfort zone. I'm trying to ask for things, and I'm trying to be communicative and like speak about it, what I'm feeling. Because the whole point, how are you feeling? Like all the time. And so I brought things up to him, and he would say he was going to do, oh yeah, I have this and I have this and I have this plan. I'm going to do this, this, and this for you. I'm like, okay, yay. I'm sitting there waiting like for the day. Nothing. I'm like, that would drive any girl crazy.
Without a doubt. My question though back to you is, do you think that you reciprocate the same standards that you hold your partners to?
When I'm with somebody like, and they are showing me days on end that they truly give a fuck about me, getting to know me, about showing me that they like me more than just words but through actions, then I'm the type of person like, girl, with my ex, he switched his career every 2 seconds. Every single time he'd be like, oh, I want to decorate shoes. I said, okay, cool. Bought him everything for it. Oh, I want to go run track. I was at the field with him. Oh, I want to do this. I would do XYZ with him. Like, I'm such a supportive partner. I love uplifting and motivating whoever I'm with. That is my big thing. I think that you can do anything you want and you set your mind to. And I feel like every man needs that. They need a woman who's their cheerleader. And that's who I am in a relationship. Like, that's what I do. I love taking care of somebody. I'm a mom. Like, I love taking care of somebody, making someone feel okay. I like when I have, like, if I'm actually like with somebody, I love cooking for them. I love cleaning, doing their laundry, massages. I love doing all of those things for my partner. And in past relationships, I'm 100% that girl, and I do that.
What do you think was the actual first crack in you and Jeremiah's relationship?
Oh my God, I'd have to like deep dive. Can you remind me of like key points that would happen?
I mean, I definitely think after you guys were intimate, I felt you understandably being needier, like wanting more validation external from physical. And it almost felt like that, like, pursuer regressor situation where you were going to him being like, can you do this? Can you do
and
this?
He would run away.
And he would run away. And then it was almost.
And I felt that in person. And it just makes you want to run more to them. Like, you want to be like, hey, like, can I do this? Can I do that? Like, am I like, are you mad at me? Or you did like, and I'm always that person like, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? You know, one of the big talks me and him had before we even started anything was, we're going to communicate. We have to communicate. We're going to tell each other everything. And he told me I could tell him everything. So I did. Anytime I was feeling something, I would tell him. And, you know, everyone has expectations for their partner, like what they want. And I think at the time, like, I was thinking about like what could be, and I wasn't thinking about like the reality of it and like seeing it for how it was. And at that point, it was like too late for me to even explore others because everyone had their mind made up about me. They're like, oh yeah, she's so locked in and she's this and she's that. And it's like, great. So like now I really don't have an option if I wanted to. So I'm forced to make this work.
At one point in the season, Jeremiah told Iris, even though that you guys were going through this rough patch, he was still focused on you. You were his girl. He was validating your relationship, but you were upset that he had confided in Iris. Why was that something that made you uncomfortable?
I don't like when people talk about like our business. Personally, maybe I've done it in the past. I'm hypocritical, but like I don't like it. I mean, I've learned from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna do that? No. Like, do you know? Everyone fucks up. But yeah, no, I just didn't want him to tell that to someone I don't know.
So I get that, you being upset, and I think what people got frustrated with you during the season, Huda, was like, a lot of times your feelings were valid. That's so valid for you to be like, why are you telling another woman about our issues that like she likes you and you guys have kissed and like what? This is messy. Please don't talk about our shit. And I'm sorry,
but when he's walking in, she's like, and stuff like freaking the fuck out about it. I'm like, you're giving me the ick, brother. Like, get the fuck out of my face.
But see, okay, Huda, what I'm saying is your feeling is valid.
Yeah.
But your reaction a lot of the time, you took it too far to the point then where you were basically losing your credibility.
Remember when I told you that there's a lot of things that play into how you react emotionally in there?
Yes.
Is that right? No, it's not right. And it's my first time in an environment like that. Never in my life have I been in an environment like that. Usually I can just have that conversation when I want to or feel the feelings like privately or do, you know what I'm saying? And in terms of like crash outs, for example, bitch, we all fucking crash out. Like, everybody crashes the fuck out. And in all honesty, if someone says, oh, you're doing too much, I know damn well your ass fucking crashed out in your room alone in 2018 over fucking Jacoby. Like, what the fuck? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Mine was just fucking caught on national television. Do I think I could have handled that a lot better? Yeah. And that's what taking accountability and learning from your mistakes is.
Can you talk to me about this communication breakdown? It seems like you and Jeremiah got to this point where you guys were always arguing. You could not get it right. Like, we hit this one point in the season where it was like, holy fucking shit, they actually can't have one civilized conversation. When you would talk about things, why do you think the communication was breaking down so heavily?
So I think that at a point I was scared that things weren't going to work. And I like at one point I knew that I had no other options in there, first of all. And that, I mean, it's partially my fault. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I didn't prevent that from happening. And, you know, and that's the thing, I made mistakes in there, and I've had to learn throughout the season that, hey, you shouldn't do that. But there was little things that built up where it was like, okay, you know, I'm asking you like, hey, do you want to play ping pong with me? Like, I really want to play ping pong. And you don't want to play with me, but you pull Iris and play with her. You've never pulled me the entire season to play ping pong. It's like little things that like mean something to me. And people say, oh, you're so nitpicky. You're so this, you're so that. Okay, there's things that I like in a relationship. There's things I want in a relationship. The right man is going to do all of those things.
When the shocking recoupling happening where America split you and Jeremiah up, going into that night, like, what were your feelings about your relationship? And then how did you feel when you found out that you guys got split up?
At that point, I think I felt fine in the relationship. I can't remember vividly exactly what happened. I would have to watch it back. Like, I really don't. I just remember that I felt fine. Because I was like, oh, you know, couples argue, like, we can work on things, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm willing to work through this and yada, yada, yada. And then when it happened, I was like, what? I was so confused. I was like, America fucking hates me. I was having a full-blown panic attack. Full-blown panic attack off camera, like, full-blown. They're sitting there with me like, okay, like, calm down, like, you're gonna be okay. I'm like, I failed as a mother. I fucked up. Like, I'm like, America fucking hates me. Like, my daughter's gonna come back and her mom's gonna be the worst, the most hated person in the world. And I was like, now she has to live with that. Like, I'm gonna cry again because it's like I'm reliving it. But sorry, anytime I talk about my daughter, I cry. But you know, so I was like, I failed. At that point, I was like, I failed. And it was a terrible feeling. I'm so thankful. That's why I say luck is a big thing. I'm just so thankful that I had an opportunity to redeem myself, not once, but twice. First time, did I do that to the full extent? No. Because I was convinced maybe I can make things work still. And I knew that, for example, Pepe didn't want to explore me because, you know, me and Jeremiah were still locked in. And with Jalen wasn't my type. And he's a sweet guy, but like he wasn't my type. And they always say, you know, explore people that aren't your type. And there I knew what my type was, and that's what I wanted. But yeah, I was convinced that I could maybe make things work and fix things. I came to the point it wasn't. Then I got saved again.
But even that moment, Huda, again, all we see is you're on the chopping block. You almost go home. He recouples with Iris, and you go up to the makeup room, and you are hysterical. You're sobbing. You're so emotional.
So you want to know why? I don't know if they didn't show this part, but this was a big, big, big part. And this is the literal reason why I was sobbing so much up there. I am there for Jeremiah 24/7. Always. Checking on him when he's arguing with the boys and he's sad and whatever. I'm there for him. I'm like, hey, like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay. When in that moment I'm hysterically crying, Taylor is sitting there comforting me the whole time. When we're off camera, he's comforting me. Taylor's scared as fuck, but he's comforting me. Okay, same goes when Taylor was in there and I'm purposely saying out loud, hey Taylor, do you want to help me with my coffee? Like, trying to see, hey, is Jeremiah gonna see that Jeremiah's standing right there? I'm trying to see if he's going to step up and be like, no, like, you're not making my girl coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted that from him, to show him, like, show me, hey, I want to do these things for you. Ask me, hey, would you like a coffee? Like, you know, something like that. And in that moment, after the chopping block, I was hysterically crying because of how much I felt like I failed. I'm crying. Charlie goes home. Jeremiah does not check on me once.
We saw that.
You did? Like, he didn't check on me at all. I'm always checking on this man. He never checked on me. The one time I really needed him, he was not there for me.
That was a rough watch because you were saying, like, my husband would never. Like, what kind of man is that? Like, yeah. Where is he?
And he's more focused on himself at that time. And there's so many times where, like, I was still there for him regardless of what was going on. Like, I was always there. And I always made sure he was like, hey, look at the milk challenge. I sat there for a minute. They only showed a quick clip, but I sat there for a minute like, I'm so sorry. I grabbed his face, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I rubbed his face like that. We were sitting on the bleachers and we were both getting milked on. He's looking at me while I'm crying, like, checking on me. And like, he rubs my leg and is making sure I'm okay. And I rub his arm. Like, we were still checking on each other all these times. Like, and in that moment after the chopping block, and I realized he was never there for me, it made me hysterical because I was like, this man doesn't care.
Once this all went down, you guys are no longer in a couple. We saw things really shift. And I think this is really when people deemed this as like the crash out era, where you're no longer in a couple, things are shifting, you're kind of starting to spiral because you're losing him. Were you aware of how unhealthy things were getting between the two of you in the villa?
Yeah.
Like, you felt it?
I did.
Did it feel like it had gotten bigger than you? Like, or were you just trying to save the like, what were you trying to do in that moment, you think?
Can you reiterate the moment?
Like, you
I'm so sorry.
I know, I got it. Let me just read it to you right here. I have a perfect example. The internet was extremely upset when you called Jeremiah a pussy ass bitch.
Right.
And then there's also the other side of the internet who are like, damn, if that's what you guys considered bad, you would fucking hate to see me on Love Island. Regardless of how the internet feels about it, there was a lot of name calling and all the things. Like, what pushed you over to the edge to start kind of like using a little bit more profanity?
So at that point, I just felt like he kept winning. It really upset me because like it just felt like the stars were just aligning for him and everything was fucked for me that whole time. I wasn't talking about twice. This man doesn't check on me. Then he's on a date and I'm crying by myself. Like, then he comes back happy as can fucking be, enjoying his day. Still doesn't give a fuck. Like, it's just like, damn, all that shit you said to me, where is that? And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, damn, I'm stupid as fuck for sticking around. Like, and just giving this man my all. Like, I'm dumb for that. Because even in that moment, even after everything he did, I was still checking on this man. Like, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have never done that. And, you know, like people are saying, oh, like it's so bad that you called him a pussy ass bitch. Be so for real. You know how many people called a man a pussy ass bitch?
Me.
Right.
My ex-boyfriend, if you're watching.
My
bitch. He is a fucking pussy ass bitch.
No, but like mine was recorded. Like, I should be like, when you're texting with your friends and your man just fucking did shit like that to you or something, you can text your friends and be like, fuck that man.
You fucking piece of shit, loser ass little bitch boy.
Yeah,
I will fucking
like,
ruin your life.
Let's hold on. Pause.
Let's calm down.
I'm weak as fuck. But
I'm
like,
getting triggered.
She's like, hold on.
And also.
And now that's a Raven. Like they're like,
we literally go back like the trauma.
Like that one moment.
No, but it's real. It's like, why are you being held to this standard? Again, I'm not condoning it, but I'm also.
It's not the best way to do things. No, like,
but it's
really
also
not.
It's like, is it a crash out? And I think again, this is a big conversation. If this was a man versus a woman, it's like when you see a crash out. We have seen men on reality TV punch a fucking hole through a wall. We have seen them flip furniture. We have seen them throw things at people. We have seen people literally talk about, I will fucking kill you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying it wasn't a lot when you did it in the moment. I think because you were the only one at that level, it also kind of exacerbated you, and there was a spotlight and you're walking through and you're walking from the fire pit to the back and you're fucking, that I will give you, it was, I would have done that. You were like listening in on the conversation.
Girl, I did that a lot in this season. Cause I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I might as well do it by myself because I don't know who the fuck's gonna tell on me in here. So I'm sitting here, I'm just like, cause mind you, I'm hard of hearing. So I'm like trying to listen in and see if I can hear it. I'm like, I hope I'm getting this right.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Neutrogena. Summer is here and the sun is shining. You need powerful sun protection that feels light on your skin. Meet Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen. This SPF 70 lotion absorbs fast with a smooth, dry touch finish, so you'll forget you're even wearing it. It blocks 97% of burning UV rays and is water resistant for up to 80 minutes. Lightweight, effective, and perfect for sunny days. It's just what your summer needs. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen. You can't feel. Shop now at Target.
There's obviously a lot of focus on you and like, but obviously there were two people in this dynamic. Do you think Jeremiah has taken any accountability for what he caused within this relationship?
Not that I've seen. I haven't seen really much. Every time someone says something, I feel like he's always just like, anytime, like I saw that interview with Kai Cenat and Kai was saying that I was crazy or something. And then Jeremiah's doing like, like, do I think anyone should be getting hate? No. I'm going to say it like it is and say exactly what happened and be honest. What another person, what another individual does is beyond me. But I'm not going to sit here and laugh and be like, if someone's hating on him, I'm going to be like, ha. Like, I'm not doing that.
Do you think you're being held to the same standard as Jeremiah in the accountability around the toxicity of this relationship?
What I will say is he got out of the villa before I did. He had a chance to write his own name before I did. He got a pretty face. Like, he's sitting here and he's just like, I'm so charming. And I'm like, and it's just like, okay, cool. You are painting your own narrative. That's fine. You're saying whatever you want to say. That's fine. But I'm going to say how it really fucking is. And I'm going to say exactly what the fuck happened and exactly what I was feeling. Because as of until today, no one truly knows what the fuck I was feeling. And no one knows what was going on. There's not everything was shown.
Let's close the chapter on Jeremiah. Give me your synopsis. What the fuck happened? What do you think it was now that you look back?
I think that personally, from what I was feeling, now I won't know, but from what I was feeling, I felt like everything was great, got intimate, things started changing a little bit, told him I was a mom, things started changing a lot of bit, like a lot of things kind of like people were getting in his ear, things were changing even more. A lot of those things happened. I was getting more needy because I was scared that he was feeling indifferent. He has every right to feel indifferent. Even if he felt indifferent about me being a mom, that's fine. But like, talk to me about it. And you're telling me every second that we're fine, you're good, you're fine, we're good, we're good. And then your actions are showing otherwise. It's like, okay, I'm going to be upset about that. I'm not going to be like, that's fine. Like, especially if we're supposed to be working on our relationship.
Do you think you were love bombed?
Yeah. Plain simple. I think I was. In all complete honesty. I know that he feels indifferent. I don't think he fully understands the capacity of love bombing. He thinks that love bombing is just gifts and shit. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what I heard. I'm just like, that's not it. That's not all of it. Looking at me all the time and being like, I'm just kidding. And mind you, at the beginning of the season, take it from me. Around all my friends, I'm around my daughter 24/7. I'm always saying, okay, love you, bye. Love you, bye. Because I say I love you to everybody. Life's too short. You know, life is too short to not say I love you. And I forgot, like, I hadn't been dating like that at all. Like, it had been since like October or something. Like, I literally was not in the dating world at all. I'm so used to saying, okay, I love you, bye. Even when any of like the people and staff and whatever were like doing things with me beforehand, like in the hotel and whatever, like people, I would always say, okay, love you, bye. That's the type of person I am. I'm a very lovey-dovey person. And I had to catch myself a few times because I kept saying, okay, love you, bye, like saying it to Jeremiah.
I remember that moment. There was like one moment where we saw you say like, love you, bye. And you're like, oh, wait, no.
Yeah, I think I did it a couple times. Like I had to train myself like, ooh, don't do that. Because I didn't mean to. It was not intentional. But he would look at me and be like, just kidding, I like you. Like he would do that to me a lot. I don't know if any of that was shown, but he would do it so much, especially in bed. Like he would do that all.
Yeah, we never saw that in bed.
All the time. How could you not fall for somebody? How could you not feel like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like when he's saying love bombing is gifts and whatever, from what I was hearing on social media, I don't know if he said more, but that's what I heard. And yeah, it's just like, and I seen him doing those things, just like, okay, love bombing is not just gifts and shit. It's a lot more to it than that. Being super physical with me all the time, lovey-dovey really fast, right away kissing a girl on the cheek, like those things, like it's just like, okay.
How did you feel when he got kicked off the island?
I cried. I hate seeing people upset. I hate it. I'm a big empath. Like my friend's crying over something, I'm usually crying with her, like a lot of times, especially if I relate. And you know, like I have serious concern for a lot of people's feelings. And when he got done from the island, I was like damn, like that's not what I wanted. It's not like I'm sitting here, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got dumped off the island. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn. Even though he was doing exactly what he was doing to me, to Andreina, like he did the exact, like literally verbatim, like the exact same fucking thing, like every single thing, down to the chill days, the whole little from across the room, Me and Taylor clocking this shit from across. We're just looking at each other like,
is this really fucking happening again?
Exactly to the, it's like he reads a textbook.
Was that hard for you to watch?
Yes. Oh my God. I had to sit there and I'm just looking at them doing it from afar. And I'm like, and that's when I started getting the ick. I was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like you're sitting here and you're just like from across the room with the same exact things he would do with me. And it's just like, okay, now I get it. He is a love bomber, but I made sure not to speak to them about each other. I never did. I wanted them to have their own ideas of each other and create their own.
Okay, so I think we can close the Jeremiah chapter.
Yeah, that man does not deserve to have his name in my mouth.
We're done.
Amen.
Let's talk about Casa Amor, bitch.
Casa Amor.
Tonight.
Oh my God, he was saying my name. Huda. He was all the time. Uda and Chris. I'm like, okay.
You're like, say it again.
That's my name.
Okay, going into Casa, did it feel like a fresh start? Like, what were you looking forward to?
I was hype as fuck. The whole time I was sitting in the freaking villa, I was like, damn, when is my man gonna come in here? Like, when is this gonna fucking happen? I'm sitting here having me time 24/7. Like, I know TJ don't want my ass. Like, bitch, I knew exactly who he wanted. Like, I'm doing my best here. I'm like trying my best. Thank you for the practice.
You took it like a champ.
Yeah, I was like, options are coming. I'm fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not your cup of tea. That's fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
So were you nervous at all? Because I know the Casa Boys maybe got to see like a couple clips or whatever the amount was that they got to watch of the actual season.
Mm-hmm.
Were you nervous of how they were going to perceive you because of your situation with Jeremiah?
Hell yeah. I was sitting here. I was just like, okay, great. So they're all gonna think I'm crazy. Fabulous. I'm walking in here. I'm just like, and I'm even like, I'm thinking in my brain. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit here, going into this, happy as fuck, and I know that these guys watch everything. Is this gonna fuck up like, I'm like, damn it. The beginning, the guys are being buddy, can't explore. I fucked up my thing in the beginning by being too close off. Can't explore. This dude doesn't want me. Can't explore him. Going into Casa Amor. Thinks I'm a crash out. Great. Girl.
You could only go up from there.
Yeah.
That's a positive way to look
And I
at
think
it.
I surprised a lot of the Casa boys. Like, I
Yeah.
really did. The number one thing they all kept telling me was like, Huda, you're cool as fuck. They're like, you're actually really fucking cool. I'm like, what are they doing? Like, what? Like, why do y'all all think I'm like terrible?
Going into Casa, I mean, people talked about how they really respected you because you tried to literally explore with everyone. And I think a lot of people respected that.
Thank God.
You connect with Chris, but so did Shelly.
Mm-hmm.
What was your understanding of how she felt about him?
So from the beginning, when I first saw him and we were sitting next to each other at the fireplace, at the fire pit, I was always making side jokes. I don't know if any of these are showing on camera, but like I was always making little side jokes. He would laugh at everything I said. And humor is so big to me in relationships. Like, as I'm goofy as fuck and I need a goofy person. I was a fucking theater kid. Like, I'm very goofy, very weird. Like, we love that. So I'm sitting there making like little jokes, and I have a lot of sarcasm. Like, I do a lot of sarcasm. I roast the fuck out of people. I have a guy best friend and a girl best friend, like, and we're all the same way. It's like, it's just my sense of humor. Some people, they're very sensitive and they can't take that type of humor, and that's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. I just won't make those jokes with you. That's fine. But like, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm just having these jokes and doing sarcastic comments, and he is eating the shit up, and I'm like, hell yeah, you think I'm funny? Like, fuck yeah. Because in the villa, no one gave a shit about nothing I would say. I say something, it's I'm just like, okay, great. And I'm in this Casa Amor. Oh, we love Huda. She's great. I'm like, yes, like, you guys like me. I was like, thank God. Because I was so isolated. I was like, you think I'm funny? Like,
Okay, so you though knew that Shelly kind of was interested.
so I knew she was interested in him.
Okay.
Obviously she picked him for the kiss. When I didn't pick him for the kiss, it literally wasn't a I'm not interested in you. I literally said, and Bicha, I don't know if it was shown, but I said to Bicha how I don't know who I want, which is true because I want to get to know you. Learning from my mistakes. I want to get to know them. That's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course I don't know who I want. JD picked me. I didn't pick JD. That was not my decision at all.
So can you clarify, did you bring Chris back to the villa for you, for Shelly, or for both of you?
For both of us. I've literally said this so many times.
Explain it again because people still don't get it.
I've said it so many times. I literally said, I'm sitting there in the dressing room with her. I have this great idea. Chris likes me. I like Chris. Chris likes you. You like Chris. I haven't found a match in here. I haven't even explored him because I'm thinking he don't want nobody else because you're making it seem that way. But I took a chance last minute. So crazy how cards play out. So crazy. Take a fucking chance. And I go and I bring him for a chat. We have a conversation. Goes well. He likes me. I like him. Cool. Great. We're interested in getting to know each other. I can get to know somebody. Cool. First time in a minute. Great. So I was like, okay, I have this great idea. Let's do this. I'll bring Chris back, you with Ace. That way you can still explore Chris and I can explore Chris as well. And you can still explore Ace. Like it's a happy, I'm sitting here being like, we're going to be great. Like this is great. Like we're happy as fuck.
That all made sense to me. So then like.
And I don't want to be territorial anymore. That's the other thing. Like I'm trying to completely change. Like I'm trying to be a better person, not just like as myself, but in relationships, I'm trying to be better.
So what the fuck do you think got lost in translation between you and Shelly?
Beats me. Like, I'm sitting here, and this is the thing. Like, I felt like everyone kept talking about me, and no one was talking to me. No one was asking me, so what is it, XYZ 1 2 3? Like, what did you say specifically? What this and this and this? And I think there's like little relationships in that are a lot stronger than me and other ones. And no one gave a fuck about my opinion. I would try to talk about things in a lot of scenarios where there's a lot of situations where I would be like, hey, can I talk to this about you? Or do you think this? And people would dismiss me multiple times in the villa. I felt like I had no one. Like I wanted to talk about things with people and no one would give a fuck. And I think that a lot of people were just talking to Shelly and there was things that were said that weren't said. And it's just like, you're dragging shit and you're making things seem otherwise. And that fucks me up. Now everyone is ganging up on my ass. And all you could have done is had a conversation with me.
Okay. There were so many conversations about like who's being a girl's girl. Can you, from your perspective, explain to me, how do you balance friendship while competitively trying to pursue love?
I think that in the villa, people would always tell me, even when I was with Jeremiah, they're like, everyone's here to explore. Everyone's going to explore. You're not closed off. Everyone's going to explore. Things are, you can't take it too seriously, blah, blah, blah. No one owns anybody. So I'm taking all of these things that people are telling me to try to learn this process and kind of like do it better. And I'm carrying that with me. And in that being said, I'm getting shitted on for it. And everyone had their opinions on us too. This is fake. They don't really like each other. Because in Casa in general, like I really kept a lot of things to myself just from me being so expressive about Jeremiah in the beginning and how that played out for me. It's like, I don't want to tell everybody everything. Like, I don't.
Okay, I have to ask, this is a little bit of a pivot, but the moment with Amaya in the Standing on Business Challenge, why did you not speak up for her?
I wanted to speak up in that moment. I think I was trying to, and then everyone kept talking over me. And it was a thing where, like, if I yelled, they'd be like, Huda, be quiet. Da-da-da. And I'm just like.
Yeah, well, that was fucking rough. Okay, you better be fucking honest with me right now.
Come on.
What really happened between you and Ace in this goddamn heart rate challenge?
Oh, why is everyone thinking I went too far?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you know when I was doing it was like the dominant versus submissive challenge?
Yes.
Where like I kind of just go like to everybody? Not to everybody, to Jeremiah. I did the same thing to all the guys.
Wait, okay, slow down.
From like dick up. Like I went like.
Okay, wait. There's a clip of your gorgeous bodacious ass turning from you forward facing to him to you doing a little spin around, ass near face, and then it cuts, and then we see you guys like getting up. And the theory online is that you put your ass in his face. Is that true? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because it's so funny. I'm just like, that is not what happened.
Like, did you ride his face a little bit with that ass? Were those ass cheeks a little round his?
No, I think that's too far. Like, that's a no-go. My butt, I think, was like on his stomach area, like this area right here.
Okay.
And I was twerking. And it was like 2 seconds too. I went da-da-da, and I got up. I'm so dead ass.
So there were no cheeks suffocating?
No.
Facial?
The only time that ever happened was when I accidentally fell on Taylor in that fucking woodchuck wood challenge shit. Like, that is the only time.
Taylor was like, I fucking love my life right now.
I flew back. I was like, fuck. I literally said, I'm so sorry. I get up. I'm looking at Jeremiah. I'm like, fuck. Like, I fucked up. I did not mean to do that. No, I did not put my ass on whatever the fuck Ace's face. That did not happen.
Okay, more importantly, where the fuck did you learn how to shake your ass like that?
Girl, I learned. Even when I had like no booty, I learned. My friends taught me, girl. I would be there in the mirror just practicing. I would take little videos of myself trying. I remember when I started to get a little booty from working out. I remember I would literally be like, oh my God, it's moving.
Oh my God, it's jiggling.
Like it's moving. Like
progress. Girl, that is a fucking skill.
Thank you.
Okay. We got to talk about Chris. Now let's get like a little bit more into the weeds here because motherfucking shit, this shit went south. Viewers were excited for you to have a connection in the villa.
Yes.
And you guys get back and we do quickly kind of see issues start to arise. A big issue in you and Chris's relationship was that he felt like you were touchy privately, but not publicly. Why? And I know you said it was because of Jeremiah, but like, can you really describe why you did not want to do PDA with him?
Okay, so like in my brain, it's like, okay, undercovers, private. In a separate room, private. I don't like, and mind you, I was doing it with Jeremiah, but like until I see it in my face, like for example, like and Iris and Pepe would do it all the time to piss me off, like just to be funny. They'd be like, Huda, look away. And then they'd be kissing, and then I'd look over and be like, oh my God, like I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to do that. Also, the entire time with Jeremiah, everyone has their opinions on our relationship because we're so touchy in front of everybody. It's like, maybe I don't want people to have their opinions and talk about us and whatever. Like, I just want to keep that to us. Is that a crime?
I mean, I got it. I think I couldn't get why he kept fucking lingering and like really couldn't get over it.
There's reasons why I wouldn't either, too.
Why?
There were so many things that he was doing that were not shown at all. And I think that like all of those things played into me not wanting to kiss him sometimes.
Like, can you just give an example of like what you were experiencing that was playing into you not wanting to kiss him?
Yeah. No, so he had a wandering eye. He was definitely looking at other girls. Even if it was off camera, would say things about other girls. And it's like, why are you talking about a girl like that in front of me? And he would have little cute nicknames for girls. And he would say, shut up. He would a lot too.
That was told
once
you
too.
to shut up so many times where I was like, this isn't like joking anymore.
Do not talk to me that way.
Yeah, he always was saying that to you.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, and I think that people were saying that I was being rude in certain ways. There's sometimes in my joking way of talking sometimes, like when I'm just like, bro, be so for real. Like, and I talk like that, and it sounds like I'm being really mean, but when you know my humor, like that's how I talk. I can't remember. There's like one specific moment I had seen a clip of me talking. I was like, damn, I can see how that sounds mean. It was in a joking manner, but I can see how that sounds mean. And that's happened a lot too. I mean, people don't understand my humor, but there was a lot of things that played into me not wanting to kiss him because I'm like, you're not doing the things I'm asking you to do. So why would I kiss you in front of other people?
Right.
Girl, he would never talk to me during the day, but he would talk to every single girl. I would walk in the mornings and I would get all cute. And like, I remember there was one specific moment I was in a green bikini and like some white shorts and I felt so cute that day. And I walked down the stairs. He is not looking at me even, but he's having a full conversation with Shelly. Like, doesn't even... This is full. And this would happen with multiple girls in the villa. Like, he would do this. And it's just like, damn, say good morning. And everyone's like, why didn't you say good morning? Because it's like, this has been happening for a while since I noticed he started having a wandering eye. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm not about to start trying to get his attention. I'm not about to do what I did before and like be needy. I'm not doing that. Like,
it seemed like Chris... It was like randomly just kind of like told everyone that you guys had sex without talking to you.
Girl, he didn't fully do anything. That's the other part.
Oh, really?
Girl, it was like halfway. It wasn't even all the like we did not like that's the other thing.
You're like, it was like this.
Like, it wasn't even the full shebang. Like, I'm just like, you're over here like, yeah, we had sex and we did this and I fucked this girl. She's so fine. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Like, you barely put that shit in. Don't even. And it's not because I couldn't take it. That's for fucking sure. Like, bitch, shut up. I can like that shit irritated the fuck out of me.
But did you two even have a conversation that you were like chill with him even saying that shit, or was he just going around and saying that shit?
Girl, he knows how I feel about me, about people sharing business of mine.
I think we all do.
Amen, sister. Like,
I learned that today. You're like, shut up.
no.
Between us.
You want to know what's funny? In bed, I literally said, keep this between us. You think I'm going to tell anybody? You think I'm going to tell anybody? I'm like, okay. Like, okay, I know he's not going to tell anybody. Then he goes and does it. You told me you weren't going to do, and I don't think that was shown on camera. But in bed, a lot of the conversations in bed were never shown. But that's when everybody starts getting lovey-dovey and talking a lot. So just an FYI. But yeah, in bed, he told me he wouldn't.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, be for real, brother.
Go back and play basketball.
Please,
Okay.
if you were good.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
Just
you.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, it's fine. You're so
I actually
good.
don't know. I haven't watched anything.
Can you explain to me this pillow fight situation?
So I had a nose job.
Yep. Looks great, by the way.
Thanks, Queen. I had a nose job like a few months ago. He threw this pillow. Mind you, it might have not been on purpose. I don't think it was on purpose. But even I kept saying, I was like, bro, you picked the hardest pillow and threw it at my face. You saw the way you threw that shit?
Girl.
You're 6'8".
Girl.
Your hands are the size of my face. And you chuck a pillow at my face?
Girl, it like...
Do you process things in your brain? I'm just like...
You got whacked. You got whacked.
Girl, and I'm sitting here and they're like, she's so dramatic. It's like she got shot. Get the fuck out of my face. That shit hurts so bad. I couldn't even touch my nose like lightly like this without it being in so much pain.
Did he apologize?
He goes, sorry. Cuddles his pillow.
Let's quickly talk about the peaks and the pits. It was so fucking sad. You're all sitting at this goddamn dinner. Everyone's like, let's talk about our peaks. You get to Chris, the motherfucker is like, my 2 peaks are playing basketball with the boys and seeing my fucking family. And you're sitting directly across from him and he doesn't mention you at all.
When I tell you I clock everything, and these are all things to put in the back of my mind, you're like, he won't kiss me in public. Bitch, be so for real.
How did that make you feel when he wouldn't even mention you?
I sat there and I'm just like, I think there was so many things that were showing me that this man did not like me in that way or like was losing feelings in some way. And it's like, okay, it felt like the more I would talk about what I needed, the more he would pull back and like act like he was so nonchalant and fuck. And it's like, okay, great. That's fine. But I'm not going to yell at you about it. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to put it in the back of my mind and carry on.
Okay, wait, the snuggling moment though.
Which
so
one?
You wake this man up in the dead of sleep. And
oh, girl, he was not asleep. This man was not asleep. He purposely rolled over and was just standing there like this, stiff as a board. Like standing there like this. And I'm like, hey. He's not listening. So I'm like, to his lip, I'm like, brother, I know you're awake. And he's just like acting like he's asleep. He just rolled over. Like he's sitting there acting like he's dead asleep. And I'm like, dude, why the fuck are you ignoring me, bro? Like,
and you're like, if you don't cuddle me, I'm going to be mad at you tomorrow.
Because I was so over it because I brought it up so many times. And you just smacked me in the fucking face. I got fucking tape on my nose looking like the fucking Notre Dame or whatever the fuck, like over here. And you, brother, you're sitting here and you're just like, oh.
You're like, I'm going to count to 3.
Yeah, because I'm trying everything. I tried everything. I got down to, okay, you want me to treat you like a child? Yeah, I'm going to sit here. Bitch, was that the correct thing to do? No, I should have just left it and just left it alone. But you keep telling me that you're going to fix this and fix that and do this and do that. And it's like, you're not doing it. And it's getting to that point where I'm like, brother, this is so irritating to me because it's every single night. You know when like they say like the guys will give you 100% and then they'll take away 20, give you another 10, take away 20, give you, kind of like it to me. That's how it was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying my best to be on my best behavior. And I'm just like, I'm trying to be a better person. Like I am trying. Like, and if you say I'm not, bitch, look at the first like I'm trying. So like, was it correct for me to count down? But girl, I went down to my last option.
Chris's alleged ex posted on TikTok that he has a track record of being cold and passive aggressive. Can you confirm from your experience with him?
Yes.
Take me to the motherfucking.
That's so easy. I'm sorry.
You're like, yes.
Yes.
And
like,
what else? Oh, yes.
Yes.
The water moment. This has gone viral, obviously. You and Chris are having this final dinner and you're sitting there together and you're breaking up and
oh my God, it's so funny.
Oh my God, Huda.
When I watched that, I died laughing because I know exactly what happened in that moment.
Okay, what?
So it's just so funny. He because it made him look like he was doing his big one. What I had done when he walked up to me, like after like he had walked away initially, I told him, and I was just like, hey, like, are you gonna carry me or like should I walk? Because mind you, there's like rocks in the water and it's like murky and there's like maybe dirty things in there. Like I don't know, glass. I have no idea. I don't want to walk on that barefoot. And so I'm like telling him I'm like okay, like do you want to like carry me or am I gonna walk? And he's just like, I'm not gonna carry you. And I said, okay, then I'll walk my fucking self. Why are you here? And then he walked away.
And in the moment, so you guys had broken up, and I was curious because I feel like every girl I hope can see through that. He was kind of being like, I don't care, what do you want to do? And I personally felt like it was such a cop-out where it was like he wanted you to be the one to end it.
He
so
wanted
that
to play victim.
you can take the blame and he's the victim.
I know.
And did you feel it in that moment?
Yes.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
I'm sitting here and I'm trying not to argue. Like I'm trying my best, like to just have a civil conversation. I was told so many times this is the most mature conversation I've ever had. Like I'm sitting here and I'm just like, okay, great. You're putting all of this into my hands and you're like, no, I want things to work with you. Like I want it to work out and you're doing everything you possibly can do to make me think otherwise. And you're putting it all on me. So pick your decision. So what are you going to do? And I'm just like, okay.
Well,
I'm just like, is this what I want? No. And I'm not settling. I'm not settling.
where do you guys stand today?
Cordial.
Before this comes out,
I don't give a fuck.
you'll be
Like,
fine. You'll say this to his face.
I've told him all. He knows every single thing I've said right now. He's heard already.
He's posting a little on social media acting like you guys are really fine.
I wonder why.
Me too.
You know, a lot of people are. Or trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I've clocked all of this stuff.
Do you realize you made history? You and Chris made history together as the first couple to break up during the finale.
You know what's
Congratulations,
so funny?
Huda.
I sat there after it happened. I was like, has anyone ever done this before? I was like, is this like something? Everyone's like, that goes for standing on business, bitch. You can't say I'm fake. That's for fucking sure. You can't say I was going after that fucking money, bitch. Like, that's all I have to say. I stayed real as fuck this entire fucking season.
Even if it was messy.
Even if it was messy, I'm real as shit.
Okay, let's talk. Are there any toxic patterns that you recognized within yourself from being on Love Island that you are going to try to move forward and break in your future dating life?
Yes. 1, talking over other people when they're talking. I'm working on that. 2, I think being a little clingy early on. 3, there's a lot, honestly. I'm working on myself, bitch.
Oh, it's good.
I think like not getting too defensive about things sometimes. I always say taking accountability. Like I always want to make sure I'm taking accountability for things. You tell me. I feel there's a lot that I'm like.
No, I think that's it. I think it's like everything that you've talked about today and knowing more about your childhood, I think you experienced certain things that as a young girl you should never have had to seen or experience. But what we all now know, especially because thankfully mental health is a larger topic, it's like we now know that whatever your childhood was, it plays a fucking massive part into who you become and who you are. And so the fact that you are in moments repeating patterns, whether you are getting love bombed, it's like there is a reason you're doing that, Huda. There is a reason that you are genuinely so excited when someone is showing you love. Because look back at the beginning of this fucking episode. You had a parent who you trusted and they completely abused their power and their love and all the things, and you didn't feel safe ever. So if someone's making you feel safe and loved, why the fuck wouldn't you be excited to embrace that and enjoy that for even a fucking second, even if it doesn't last long? So it's now on you to take what happened to you in your childhood and now be like, I am now a grown-ass woman and I'm going to do the fucking work so I cannot repeat the patterns and also not let what my parents did and my childhood did define who I am as a woman. But I'm actually going to take that shit. I'm going to learn from that shit and I'm going to be better from that shit. And I know what happened on Love Island was a lot for you mentally, but I do believe even sitting with you today and getting to know you, like I can feel it in you. Like you don't like this shit. Girl. No one wants to be in a toxic relationship. Because there's fucking shit in you that you still got to work on, and that's okay. Don't we fucking all?
Yeah. And another thing is, I know that there's this thing going around that like they told me I had to act right in order for me to stay on the show. And then I also got told that someone was like, oh, you know, they had to put her in psych all the time. Like, but first of all, I would voluntarily go to psych on my own. I would voluntarily go on my own if I felt like I needed to have a conversation about something because I didn't feel like I could have conversations with the girls around me. I needed a woman to talk to. That's when I would go to psych. And when I felt like there was a time where I felt more emotional, I would go to psych. I wasn't we're so like you are mentally unstable. It was never that. Like, because people knew who I was. Like, they knew the real me. And
you still needed to talk
yeah,
it through.
I need to have a conversation. And it's like, I know I have things to work on. Nobody's perfect.
No, fuck no. That's why I think I'm like a little exhausted and tired of the conversation about you online. I'm like, guys, let's fucking calm down. Like, I think, again, what I was saying earlier is like, I watched fucking season 2 of UK Love Island. I was all the way back in those days watching that shit. If your shit was called a crash out, these motherfuckers are up for murder. Like, this shit was fucking unhinged like you've never seen. It's like, I think we have to put in perspective what the scenario was, the environment. This is television. Guess fucking what? As much as people want to deem you as this, that, or the other, you gave us the best fucking TV. And clearly it seems like you do have good relationships with people in the villa. You aren't this big villain that the internet has made you out to be. I do want to just ask though, like, how are you though mentally right now?
I'm fine. I will say, like, I'm really happy I met Amaya.
She's awesome.
She sees me. Like, she really does. Like, I'm truly so grateful that I met that girl. Like, she is there for me 24/7. Even after this, like, she's there for me. And I'm there for her. Like, that is my girl. And Kragan, I love her. But, damn, I'm emotional today. You caught me at a great time. Jesus.
That'll be the thumbnail.
So just me crying. Just call her mommy. So I am
Period.
So I love her, and I feel like after this whole experience, it's like I'm just happy that I'm here. I'm happy that there's so much love. I'm happy that I'm able to not really focus on the hate, and I'm happy that I have things that are more important to me, which is my family. And those are things that I'm more focused on rather than hate.
Who are you closest to aside from Amaya?
Probably like Nick and Alandria.
I think a lot of people wanted to know, like, the amount of times Nick did vote you to go off. How have you kind of reconciled?
I think that I feel like he was influenced a lot in his decisions. From my perspective, did that happen? I don't know. I think that everybody makes mistakes. I'm all about second chances. Alandria can tell you that. She tells me all the time, like, you made me believe that people deserve second chances. I always felt like no one deserves one, and you see the goodness in people. And that's how I felt about Nick. I love him to death. Like, we're so close. We're such good friends. And, you know, he keeps me in check. I keep him in check. Like, we're great. But yeah, like, I do have good relations outside the villa. But, you know, a lot of people definitely are being a lot nicer. And I clock it. I do. I see these things.
Okay, I feel like I've put you in the hot seat enough today. I get it. The internet is going to be like, why didn't you ask her this? Why didn't you ask her this? Why didn't you? Guys, there's only so much time I can have with her. Part two coming soon. Call her mommy.
I'll be back.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some burning questions. Who was the fakest in the villa?
Sierra.
Who was the worst kisser on the show?
See, this is the thing. I did say, like, oh my God, I feel so bad, but I really don't care because he doesn't even like me. Fucking Jalen swallowed my whole face.
That'll do it.
My entire face. I'm sitting there like.
Who are you dreading seeing at the reunion the most?
I don't know. I think I've seen everybody already except for Jeremiah. I mean, I'm not really dreading. I really don't give a fuck about him, and like at all.
Yeah. Do you guys think you'll have a conversation or no?
I already know he's gonna be like, like we're all friends. I already know. Like I already know he's gonna do that.
Okay. Last. Who is the most exciting guy that has slid into your DMs since you got home?
Bitch, I can't even look at them shits. Every
Why?
time I fucking refresh them hoes, they refresh and there's too many.
Wait.
I literally commented on someone's TikTok. Someone was like, oh yeah, Huda left single, but I look like there's so many guys that are in her DMs. I said, are we looking at the same DMs?
Do you know how to organize your DMs by blue check marks?
No.
Bitch, I gotta teach you.
Do you want to do that now?
Kind of.
Just get my phone. No, go. None. Like I literally haven't read anything.
Oh my God, I am fucking dying at one of these.
Who?
We need to talk about this immediately.
Ooh, you're fucking lying.
No, I'm not.
I have so much to tell you. I'm like, damn, bitch, I just want to lay my life on you because there's so much about me that nobody knows.
Well, I was about to say, the minute the cameras go off, then we're going to keep talking, which is so annoying. And I'm so sorry to say that, you guys, but you know, that's
we're about to yap away. You're lying, right?
No,
you're lying.
literally not.
We're going to stay here forever and be like, okay, so tell me.
No, so wait, what's going on? Wait,
so what about you? I want to hear about you.
No.
You're like, never.
Bitch, it's 10 o'clock at night.
You're lying.
No, I'm not kidding.